will battle the Celtics in Boston. Tip-off there set for 6 o'clock. It will be televised on ESPN. Former Houston Texans OC Bobby Slowick, he's headed to the Miami Dolphins as their senior passing game coordinator, rejoining Mike McDaniel. They worked together under Kyle Shanahan in 2021.
This SportsCenter update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minnix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on YouTube. The San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel is available to you. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minnix.
We got a domer in the studio today trying to fix the cameras, and I hope he does a much better job than the domers did in the playoffs.
Oh, Halen doesn't realize that the domers made the playoffs. He's one of those brainiac types, not the football fan type.
Yeah, but, he did a lot of bragging when the Irish, won a couple of games in the tournament. He would come in, did you see the game?
No.
Did you see the game?
He didn't see the game.
See that? Yeah.
He never saw the game.
See that?
He didn't see the game.
Uh-huh.
He still
Just
thinks
saying.
Joe Theismann is the quarterback.
Here we go.
And that's just stuff that he used to hear from his granddad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if he can throw that long pass and fix the cameras. Just a couple of gremlins, I guess, in the cameras. And I said it's probably from those ugly dudes in the morning breaking the cameras.
What did Rob and AJ do to the cameras?
They just looked at them. That's all they had to do.
It's weird. You and I were gone for a week, and we come back and things are broke.
Yes.
And I'm not sure what's going on with the counter, the desktop where you sit, but there's some weird stuff going on. I don't know what happened in this studio while we were in New Orleans.
They were looked like they were having a party.
Yeah?
Could be. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm sure our domer engineer in there will get it fixed.
Do you think?
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I mean, he's had time. It doesn't look like much has happened yet. See, apparently the cameras are overheating, so we unplugged them. Because every great engineer, first thing they do is, just unplug it and plug it back in.
Reboot.
Reboot that thing.
That's it.
Reboot.
Uh-huh.
Reboot.
Yeah.
And you'd have thought maybe they'd have done this, I don't know, when the morning huddle ended at 10 before the Blitz started at 2. But, he shows up at 2:01.
Well, it's better late than never.
Is it?
I guess. Who knows? We got some goofy stuff going on, though. And so just bear with us. As long as you can hear, that's fine. And I just want to say, because I see a couple of camels on there and Hump Day Toe Reinagel and stuff like that. I'm revisioning my my Wednesday thing. So bear with me. It's like Loop 410 construction. It's under construction. Nothing's been closed yet, but I will. I'm rethinking it and trying to freshen it up a little bit.
So in other words, you're tired of doing it.
Well, in its current form, yes.
You're just tired of
basically
starting every Wednesday.
Hump Day?
Yes, and I still love that. Yeah. But I want to freshen it up just a little bit. It will not go away.
How do you freshen it up?
I don't know.
When did the commercial come out?
It's been a while.
All right. Geico couldn't freshen it up. They went away with it. They went with a lizard and a caveman.
Which was the biggest mistake they ever made, by the way.
I don't know. They look like they're doing pretty damn good to me.
Biggest mistake they ever made.
All right. But they couldn't come up with any other idea, so they just pivoted. So you're either going to, do it, not do it. I don't know. I mean, do the people want to hear it enough?
Well, I don't know. I'm getting camels on the YouTube page there. I don't know what the folks driving around San Antonio want to hear or don't want to hear. But
you were hoping you could just start the show and nobody would notice.
Well, but I'm happy they did.
Yes.
Okay, I am. I'm happy they did.
Quite the compliment.
Yes. So,
I mean, we've had people show up at the Rue Pub and to do hump days with you.
And that's perfectly fine if they want to do that. because we'll be at the Roo Pub tomorrow.
We will be at the Roo Pub tomorrow.
You want to come and hump a little bit at the Roo Pub tomorrow? You're more than welcome to do so.
Hump day.
It's Desperation Day, so I would imagine there would be some people with that goal in mind.
There might be.
Absolutely. We will be at the Roo Pub tomorrow, 2 to 6. We learned yesterday that the day before Valentine's Day is called Desperation Day.
I did not know. Now, is it desperation for the lady or for the guy?
Well, it's always the lady.
It's got to be the lady,
I
right?
mean, every day that ends in Y for a single guy is Desperation Day.
Well, I'm just saying because desperation because she wants a gift of some sort or a free dinner.
She doesn't want to be alone on Valentine's.
All right, I got you.
I mean, it's dinner, it's the gift, it's everything, if you know what I mean.
All right. I get it. I understand that. But just don't dump the poor dude on Saturday.
I mean,
after you get a gift and a dinner.
That will happen. That will happen.
It will.
It will.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Desperation Day.
Women are vicious.
A term that I'd never heard before. And I like it. See, Pledge knows. I mean, look at you guys can't see James Pledger. But James Pledger is dressed to go out tonight and take advantage of Desperation Day.
Well, it's not today.
Well, tonight at midnight it will be.
I thought Pledge had joined the Secret Service.
Well, he might.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, now Pledge, Desperation Day could be more than one day, right? Could today not also be, you're leading up to Desperation Day?
It's Desperation Day Eve.
I mean, in some ways, this is almost like a good fishing trip or a good hunting trip, right? You go out, you track, you're sitting in the blind, you're seeing what's coming across, and let's just say you see that axis, and you go, all right, that's the one I'm after, and you might not get it right away, so you've got to give yourself enough time because you don't want to settle. You see the trophy that you're after. See, and that's what Pledge is going to be doing tonight.
Yeah.
He's scouting tonight.
Okay.
Now, he might have a pick, or he might say, before he shells out $28 on a rose, he might have to go back out hunting tomorrow.
Well, I'm thinking that the lady would be scouting Pledge. I mean, that's kind of the way I'm seeing this thing, that the lady, so if he's at wherever he goes tonight, they'll be scouting him. So he'll be on display.
So it's like he's going to show up at the Roo Pub tonight for his combine efforts?
Exactly. So he's on display. They want to see how fast he runs, how high he can jump, and a few other things I can't mention. But having said all of that.
He's going to be stretching in the parking lot.
Yes.
Got to make sure not to pull an Anthony Davis.
Uh-huh. Your
Exactly.
adductor has got to be in shape and ready to go. Your playoff beard is trimmed and ready to go.
That's a trimmed beard? All right.
I don't know. Somehow John Sobery on YouTube asked if he has trimmed his beard, and I don't really want to know what John is talking about.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Good luck, Pledge.
Yeah. Speaking of Desperation Day, for a lot of you, it's Doghouse Day. We did this yesterday. We're going to do it again today. We've got a great gift from Dr. Connie Hires Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, because we know you guys, because we're guys, we get it. Maybe you've been wrapped up in football. Super Bowl's behind you, and you go, oh, crap, Valentine's Day. And you got to come up with, or maybe you're just in the doghouse. See, like for me, I was told 30 years ago from my wife, flowers on Valentine's is a cop-out gift.
Yeah.
So I've never gotten them. She's never gotten them. I've never, because it's a cop-out gift.
Well, you're not supposed to get them.
No, give. I've never bought any to give to my wife on Valentine's because she has called that a cop-out gift.
Well, it is. And then they die in like 5 days.
Yes. No, I've done, versions of like, over at Sadowski Jewelers, they sell those gold roses. So they're beautiful roses that are gold. They don't die. And Mark Sadowski gives you a box of chocolate with the purchase of the rose. That's great.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's not going to die, and it lasts forever.
There you go.
And then over the course of years, you can have an entire bouquet of those roses, one a year. It's fantastic.
Nice.
That works.
So she's got a bouquet?
She's got a lot of those.
So is that where you got her this year?
Well, I don't know yet. She might be listening. It's
What do you
210.
mean you don't know yet?
Although
well, that tells me you haven't gotten her anything
yeah,
yet.
well, I haven't. But it's $115, I can tell you that. And it's worth it.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Of course it is.
Uh-huh. It's worth it.
Uh-huh.
It won't die, and the chocolates come with it, so you're good.
Okay.
Right?
Uh-huh. So,
what?
You're better than I am, if that's what you're doing.
What do you mean?
I'm going to, it's going to be a nice card and dinner.
Card and dinner?
Card and dinner. I mean, seriously.
Why even get the card?
Well, but just
why even get the card?
Just
at this point, why get the card?
Because then I can write a nice little sappy note
you
in
can
there.
do that on a Post-it note.
No, it's not the same.
It really is.
When it comes in a Hallmark card, it just looks a little better.
Yeah, she knows you had to spend a little minimal effort at the store.
Well,
and she'd probably even wonder, did you read this first?
Well, of course I'll read it.
The whole thing?
Well, sure.
Okay.
So I'm not going to get one of those books that, you got to read, and they're in these italicized letters and junk.
Uh-huh.
I don't want that.
No.
No, it's going to be something sappy yet maybe funny, or sappy and clever. You know what I mean?
Dude, you can't do sappy. Just do
I
funny.
can, but Hallmark can.
Just do, but she knows that. Just do funny. Just do funny. Just buy dinner.
Well,
as long as she doesn't have to cook, she's happy.
That's happening thanks to some very generous folks, and I'm very appreciative of them because I procrastinated on that too. So.
But you called in a favor.
I did.
You sent the "Do you know who I am?" email and it worked.
No, didn't do that. Did not do that. But some folks that
yep,
we happen to know, and they were very kind.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that. By the way, that's going to be great. Yeah.
Got to go get a card though, right?
Well, sure. Got to do something. But no flowers. Maggie's the same way.
When you're at the convenience store getting some chips and a Bang soda later, will you grab Joe a card?
I can't get him a card because it'll be one that she knows he wouldn't have gotten.
Exactly. You see that?
Which is why you need to do it because.
Now, how many guys?
It's a surprise.
Because I'm thoughtful.
How many guys stop at the convenience store, like tomorrow or Friday morning, and get one of those roses in a bottle or in a plastic? They have them there on the counter.
Yeah, they got them in the counter. You can get them on the corner there on military.
Yeah, that's what I'm
there
saying.
are lots of things.
Oh, well, people must buy them and say, "Oh,
absolutely." Look,
poop! I forgot.
Here's the thing. This is why you have to have a work wife, because when you've got a good work wife, she will make sure your wife gets the right gift, the right card, gets everything taken care of.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
A work wife.
A work wife.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's what you need.
Well, I have a work wife. So you're talking about a wife with a job.
No. Talking about a lady that works at your place that is not your wife, that you call your work wife, that will make sure you stay out of the doghouse.
I got you. And you have one of those here?
I used to. Natasha.
All right.
Sometimes Jasmine, sometimes Natalie. It depends.
I don't have one of those yet.
Well, I mean, you should be nicer to the people here, and they'll make sure you're taken care of.
Extremely kind.
Yes.
Jacob Eric says the Eisenhower Flea Market's got flowers.
Yeah.
Or something.
You could do that.
All right. Well, I'm not getting flowers. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Our wives, she don't want flowers.
No. Cop-out gift.
Absolutely.
But all you got to do, really, just say, hey, Jasmine, here's X number of dollars. Go get something for Maggie. And she'll gladly go spend your money.
She will, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't see Jasmine in the building today.
Well, that's the problem with work wives is nobody comes to work anymore.
Well, that's the way it is. Jasmine's out making money. Are you kidding me? She's out selling everybody in town.
Exactly.
Yes.
Uh-huh. So, guys, if you're in the doghouse, what are we giving away today? I know it's in my notes somewhere.
30 vials of Botox.
Vials or units? Is there a difference?
Or units.
Well,
Yeah,
it
it's
says here
same
in the
thing.
notes, units.
Well,
I don't know anything about Botox.
Units.
Yeah, 30 units of Botox. It's $350, guys.
which is a pretty damn a hell of a gift if you're into that stuff. How did we get to that?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
And why Pledge would put that up on the screen? We can't even. Damn, Pledge.
Because he said
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
outselling
yeah,
everyone.
Yeah,
She's outselling to everyone.
Yes. Yeah. In a lot of ways, though. So how are we going to do this today, Pledge? Same as yesterday. If you're in the doghouse, we need to hear your story.
Well, we should open it up to everybody then, right? I mean,
Well, actually, we want to hear from the ladies today.
Well, we definitely want to hear from the ladies, because that call yesterday with Teresa was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And so the ladies can tell us why their dude is in the doghouse.
Mm-hmm.
It would sound better that way.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, if you're listening and you're in the doghouse, you got to get your lady to call in and tell us why you're in the doghouse.
And will Botox get you out? Because that's what's up for grabs today.
I mean, to me, that sounds like a good deal. I've never done that, but I know people that have, and they enjoy it.
And it's $350 that you're not spending, guys.
Exactly right.
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. We're going to do it a little differently today, though. We're not going to take calls throughout the show and eventually pick a winner. We're going to hear somebody, and boom, there's the winner right there.
Okay.
Because I think what happened yesterday is a lot of people listened to stories all day and then figured, all right, I got to top that, I got to top that, I got to top that, I got to top that. So we're not going to do it that way. We're just randomly going to pick a winner. When we both hear it, we're going to, Joe and I, we you know, kind of like a quarterback and receiver, you give the look and, you know, pledges that way. We're just randomly going to, there's our winner. Could be the first caller. It could be, I don't know, 4 o'clock caller, 5 o'clock. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
When we hear the story and we know, we know.
Okay, fair enough.
See, because like yesterday, Snaggletooth would have won until we talked to Teresa.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and
so
we
if
knew.
if we would have given Snaggletooth the gift, we wouldn't have heard from Teresa.
Exactly. So that's
All
how
right.
we're doing it today. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. What are you laughing at?
These people on YouTube just crack me up. I'm
What
telling you.
now?
Yeah. Well, CD's nuts. I guess he thinks I do Botox. I have not. I'm not opposed to it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we're all looking for the fountain of youth, right? I mean, come on.
25 years in TV?
I'm not opposed. I've never have done Botox in my life.
What about on your hair? Your hair's had Botox.
No.
Your hair doesn't
Dude,
move.
This is all natural.
Your hair
brother.
does not move. It's been Botox.
It's all, well, if you call Tresemme Botox, then okay.
Yeah, that's 30 units right there in his head every day. I mean, he travels with a fire extinguisher size hairspray bottle.
Absolutely, I do.
Oh, my goodness. Dak Prescott's delusional. So says the world.
Yes.
We'll explain coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, you know the best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text the word bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7. Offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. If you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121 or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
America's Diamond has never sold lab-grown diamonds, and we warned our clients, friends, and neighbors that wholesale prices would crash to almost nothing. 2-carat GVS2 lab-grown diamonds are currently being traded at wholesale for $264, but some jewelers are still selling them online for $3,000 to $4,000. Repeat, wholesale $264, retail $3,000 to $4,000. Some retailers are selling 1-carat lab-grown diamonds for under $300, and others are giving them away for free with purchase. Lab-grown diamonds are very easy to detect with gemological equipment. Tens of millions of carats are produced in huge factories in China and India, using a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity supplied by coal-burning power plants. America's Diamond has only offered traditional, real, natural earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song.
April breeze, give me my biggest tax refund, please. You, me, and a lifetime accuracy guarantee.
And now get $100 just to try Jackson Hewitt. Does your tax person do that?
Say goodbye to that no guarantee tax guy.
Ready to sail through tax season? Go to Jackson Hewitt and you'll be limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this. If something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
Hunger striking, snack time calling, it's crunch time. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds brings you the boldest protein-packed crunch you can't resist with mouth-watering flavors like hot honey, sweet barbecue, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Why settle for chips when you can level up your snacking game? Plus, they're low-carb, high-protein, and made for adventurous appetites. Score big flavor today. Grab Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minnix.
Howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
Happy Hump Day, everybody. Hey, Norm.
Hump Day?
Remember that old Harry Carey impersonation by Will Ferrell? Did you ever see that?
Probably on YouTube.
Hey, Norm.
Dak Prescott, rightfully so, getting roasted by the national media.
Yes, he is.
When we first saw these come across late in the show yesterday, we were roasting him. Dude is delusional. He was at a charity event yesterday, and he doesn't think that the Cowboys are that far off from Philadelphia.
I mean, I feel like we compete with the Eagles and beat them for the most part when we played them. I don't want to say check the record when they're the guys holding the trophy right now. So credit to them. They've earned it and they deserved it by all means. But, yeah, very close, especially even watch the NFC game, the NFC Championship. And those two teams that we battle against each and every year, a couple of times. And as I said, feel confident about we've gotten a better part each and every time. To see it in such a dominating fashion, credit to them. It's our turn and it's on us.
It's our turn and it's on us. Look, Dak, I mean, what else are you going to say? He's got to be confident. So I don't really blame him for what he's saying. And he does have a winning record against Philadelphia, by the way.
He does, but this year they lost to the Eagles 34-6 and 41-7. Like this year they weren't even in the same state, let alone zip code of the Philadelphia Eagles. Historically, Dak against the NFC East has a really good regular season record. I don't know what else he is supposed to say, to be honest. But at the same time, you're not that close. And you weren't that close this year.
No, they're not that close. Not even. I mean, look, Philadelphia, when you look at that team and you look at the youth of that team and how well managed they are. I mean, let's face it. I think Philadelphia is one of the best managed football teams in the NFL. They do a great job of keeping their star players and still somehow, some way finding money to sign others. And so they've done a great job. And they're going to be around for a while. They're not going anywhere. They got a lot of youth, especially on that defensive side of the football. And then you look at the Washington Command Skins, and I almost said something else. But you look at them, and you look, they're only going to get better. And so the NFC East is the top two teams right now are head and shoulders above the bottom two teams right now.
You know, and it's funny because we could debate head and shoulders. You really could if you –
Sure.
I mean, hard to take last year's regular season record of 7-10, knowing all the injuries, including QB1. Jalen Hurts gets hurt. Jaden Daniels gets hurt. For the most part, you lose your starting quarterback and your season is over. Problem is, the Cowboys were not a winning team record-wise when Dak was healthy. Although, if you go back and if you're being honest with your assessment, we talked a lot that after 6 games, the Cowboys could hit the bye week as a 500 team. And they did because of the tough early part of the schedule. I think seeing the Cleveland game and the way they dominated gave us false sense of how good this team was because we thought Cleveland was going to be better. Turns out that was a mirage game for both teams. Nobody saw the New Orleans game coming. I mean, New Orleans' best game of the year was against Dallas, right? They damn near beat Baltimore. Somehow they beat Pittsburgh. And you wonder, watching Pittsburgh, how in the hell the Cowboys win that game? And then, of course, after the injury, all bets are off. So, talent-wise, the Cowboys are an interesting spot, and we'll get into it coming up because right now they're nowhere near Philadelphia, the Super Bowl champions. But how far away are they? And that depends on what they do in free agency and how well they draft. I'm more interested in what they do in free agency than drafting because you're going to get 1 or 2 impact players in a draft in year one, their rookie years. The Cowboys last year tried to really milk that with some of their rookies, and they got mixed results on the offensive line. But some of those other guys, you've got to get more out of them. And so you can't draft hoping that of your 6 picks, 4 of them become stars. You know, that's unusual. I mean, the Eagles, look at where they got Cooper DeJean. Now, that dude had 1 interception all year. It happened to be a pick 6 in the Super Bowl, but Cooper was great all year.
He was good all year.
He was an impact player all year that got better for that Philadelphia Eagle team. Can the Cowboys find a player like that in the mid-rounds?
Well, it'll be interesting to see, right? I mean, that's the crapshoot of the draft. The Cowboys have a lot more picks, and I found out today. I quite frankly forgot about this. Even though they don't have a 4th-round pick, they've got a bunch of compensatory picks. So they've got, 7, 8 picks, I think, in this draft. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with those. I was looking at one, and it was done by AI, I guess, a mock draft. But it had the Cowboys taking nothing but defense. And so it's hard to take some of these things serious when it comes to mock drafts because I just can't see that. Now, I can see them adding some pieces defensively for sure, but that offense needs some help as well. Hey, look, injuries play a part every year. You just never know. With Dak Prescott, though, I'll be honest with you, Jason. I mean, what gives you any confidence that he will make it through next year? I mean, the guy has been dinged up quite a bit and 2 serious leg injuries. But that could happen to anybody.
It could.
It's all part of it for sure.
And if there really is a focus on the run game, if there is a focus on the run game, because we've heard that lip service before, but if they go out and get some real running backs, and they really do go more Marty Ball, play action pass, then Dak should stay relatively healthy. The good news is Dak Prescott major injuries only happen during contract years for him. So I think we're good for the next couple of years, and quite frankly, probably his last big contract with the Cowboys. So he's got a 4-year window, if that, to get it done. And that's where, like, the Cowboys don't need to go draft a quarterback this year, so they can find a player with whatever when they decide they need to find his replacement. That's not this year because his contract says not this year. 2 years from now, it's another story. That's when you better be looking for his replacement.
Well, I think you're right. This year, no. Next year, it'll be a better quarterback draft for sure. And I would not be surprised and would be actually hopeful that the Cowboys would do that. So whoever they draft has a year or so under Dak Prescott to learn the system. I think it's the best way to do it. But, yeah, I mean, you're talking, no, not this year, but next year, Cowboys need to start looking for a quarterback. They do.
Yes. Yeah. You can't go into, I don't know what we're going to do. Let's see what Trey Lance, has he got anything left? Where's he at now? Is he available?
Wow.
Can he get off work from Costco?
Wow.
All right, come on.
I haven't heard about that guy at all. Have you?
Trey
Lance?
Why would you?
Well, I don't know. Thought, aren't there other stupid teams out there that might pick him up? They don't even have to give him a 4th-round draft pick.
No, he's free agent.
Yeah.
Free agent.
One of the dumbest trades ever made.
Probably end up with like the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's where he needs to go, to be honest.
Come to San Antonio, Trey.
We got Kellen Mond.
Well,
I mean, and
he's
again,
got to compete for the job.
Kellen is very much in the same boat that Trey Lance is. And for Kellen Mond to say, all right, I got to go get reps somewhere. I'm going to the UFL. Check the ego at the door and go do that. Huge for him. Trey Lance needs to do something similar. We'll see if he actually ends up doing it. And he might once the NFL free agency starts and nobody picks him up. That might be all right, if I want to play, this is how I'm going to have to go.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Travis Kelce, non-committal on his future. We'll hear from him. Coming up on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. If you're lacking energy, little moody guys, your libido isn't what it used to be, could be low testosterone. Don't wait. Go get tested. And I recommend you go to see the providers at Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss because their personalized TRT goes beyond standard treatments. Not all TRT is the same. At Synergenics, you'll get a personally optimized TRT treatment plan from providers who specialize in testosterone therapy. Best thing for you to do is book that initial appointment at synergenicshealth.com. Testosterone starts to decline in your 30s, so if you're feeling that loss of energy and drive, it could be low T. Go get checked at Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. They even offer affordable GLP-1 weight loss options, and for current patients, Synergenics is offering a $150 referral credit whenever you refer a new patient. Go get that VIP treatment with the TRT experts at Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. Book your appointment now, synergenicshealth.com, SYNERGENX health.com for Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss.
The Morning Huddle.
Harlandale? Give me a Harlandale. What's happening?
Show me your shiv.
Yeah. Hey, if I didn't go to St. Gerard, I would have went to Harlandale.
St. Gerard was the Harlandale of private schools.
Yeah.
All right, Kennedy?
Oh, Kennedy.
No.
Kennedy was the poor Edgewood, if that's possible.
The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
In Texas, your spouse can claim alimony after just 10 years of marriage. Do you know your countdown? I guarantee she does. I'm Gary Barton, owner of Barton & Associates, attorneys at law. If you're considering divorce, it's absolutely crucial to understand your options right now. Don't let alimony catch you off guard. Protect what you've built and secure your hard-earned assets. Visit TexasDivorce.com. At Barton & Associates, we focus on navigating the complexities of divorce law to ensure you're not left vulnerable. Divorce is tough, but you have a choice. Take control of the process or allow your spouse to dictate the terms. If you're serious about safeguarding what you have built and your financial future, Barton & Associates is the team for you. We'll act swiftly and decisively, ensuring that you're not taken advantage of. Call Barton & Associates at 210-500-0000. That's 210-5-MILLION. Or visit TexasDivorce.com. That's TexasDivorce.com.
Principal Office, San Antonio.
Folks, there's nothing romantic about home repairs, but when your plumbing has lost that love and feeling and your AC is about to achy break your heart, call Quarterman Plumbing, Heat, and AC at 210-651-5899. We'll fix the issue fast at a great price with a servant spirit.
Joel, this is a special Valentine gift from me to you.
Yeah, but why are your arms red?
I got a deal on this plant for your office.
That's poison ivy, Nigel.
It's what?
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. 210-651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E and 16004.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Methodist Care Now Urgent Care has 18 locations throughout San Antonio, open 7 days a week. From injuries and illnesses to school and sports physicals, Care Now Urgent Care is here to help you feel better fast. Find a location near you at carenow.com and use our convenient web check-in today.
You okay?
I can't sleep with this cough.
Sounds like you need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with NyQuil VapoCool. It's NyQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
So you ready to get some sleep? Thank you, NyQuil VapoCool.
NyQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing nighttime coughing, aching, fever, best sleep with a cold medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Ever feel like everything in life is moving at hyperspeed? Slow things down with the all-new Nissan Murano, an unapologetic refuge amidst the daily hustle and bustle. Re-energize with massaging leather-appointed seats to melt away the tension of a busy day. Escape into your favorite music with a Bose premium sound system, or set the vibe with ambient mood lighting. Because sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Check out the all-new Nissan Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof, ambient lighting, and massaging leather-appointed seats are optional features.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the propane tank on your grill first, before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up.
Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minnix. Thursday live at the Rue Pub, 281 and Redland Road. We'll see you out there.
Desperation Day.
Desperation Day.
That's what we've been told the Thursday or the day before Valentine's Day is. Desperation Day. So we'll see if we see any desperate ladies walk into the Rue Pub.
Never mind.
Well, I mean, I don't know. How do you know if a lady is desperate?
If she's talking to Pledge.
Fair enough.
I mean, I won't name any names, but there was a friend of ours on Super Bowl Radio Row, and it happened to him last year. He's an East Coast guy, and hot chick's talking to him, and he was supposed to meet up with us. He's like, again, I just said, dude, it's a hooker. It was.
It's a hooker.
Dude, she's not talking to you unless she's trying to get money. Come on. Let's be real. It was a blow to his ego, but Pledge, you know exactly who I'm talking about. You know. He's a friend of yours, too. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You just know.
Well, look, dudes are always desperate.
They are.
Single guys are always desperate. I mean, they walk into a bar, they're hunting.
Yes.
Right? I mean,
and so are the ladies.
Well, yeah,
so
but
are the ladies.
They're a little more.
They control everything.
They control it a little bit better.
Yes.
But guys are just
they control
dumb,
it all.
Right? They're just dumb, and
yeah,
you know, you just. You know what I'm here for, baby.
Well, we've got to help you guys out of the doghouse from Dr. Connie Hires Plastic Surgery and Med Spa. 30 units of Botox, valued at $350. We just need to know why you're in the doghouse to try to win this Botox. But we really want to hear from the ladies today. We want to know why your dude is in the doghouse and if this will help him out of the doghouse. We'll hear from guys, too. But we really want to hear from the ladies today. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. I have a feeling this guy's always in the doghouse. John, on the Blitz, what's the latest reason you're in the doghouse?
Oh, Jason, you know me.
Well, really, I don't, except for what you write all over social media.
Well, so yesterday, my wife came home from work. And after work, she had stopped and got her hair done. And I had said the wrong thing.
Well, what'd you say?
I said that she looked like her mother.
Oh.
And I figured maybe if I were to get this Botox thing, I'd be able to tell the difference between her and her mother.
Wow. See, that's what she's going to think. Oh, so I'm all wrinkled up like my mother, and now you want to feed me Botox. I see what.
Unless her mother's hot, and you've said that before, you got to be smarter than that.
I think so. Yeah. Well, you guys have a good day.
All right, John.
It's going to be better than yours. I can tell you that. Wow.
Dude, there's some things that you just know better than to say. Although, to John's defense, you look like your mother. It's not a horrible thing. Not if you're saying you're looking.
Go try that.
You're looking old like your mother.
But
I mean, if you look like your mother,
she just got her hair did.
Yeah,
looking good, feeling good, and now you're telling me I got an old lady haircut? That's what she heard. That's what she heard.
So all old ladies have old lady haircuts?
Well, if they're old ladies and they get a haircut, it's an old lady haircut by definition.
Well, sure, but I mean, what's your definition of an old lady haircut? Like a bob?
Well, it depends on what she. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's how she took it. It's how she took it.
Wow.
Nobody wants to hear, man, you're dressing like your mother.
Well, no, but don't dress like your mother. But, you know, if I told Maggie, kind of look like your mom, I don't know if it would.
No.
I don't know if it would.
Please try that tonight and get back to us.
I might.
Don't try that tonight. Don't try that tonight.
I might.
When's she going to be out of town for about 3 days where it won't matter anyway?
No.
That's when you could try that one.
Yeah, right. No. I'm John. I'm not feeling it.
All right.
We need to talk to your wife and talk some sense into her.
We're not the right. We need to hear from a lady. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. You heard what John said. His wife got a haircut. Man, you look like your mother. She's mad. He meant it as a compliment, I think.
I think so.
He said he meant it as a compliment. If you're a lady and you get your hair did and you show up and your husband says, you look like your mother, is that a compliment?
I don't. It depends on what mom looks like. So apparently John's wife thinks her mother is ugly.
Huh?
Right?
What?
John's wife must think her mother is not attractive.
I don't think that's at all.
Well, what are you thinking? She looks old?
Old lady haircut, old lady style.
John, go tell, you know what? The boys at the Blitz have something for you. Gonna tighten those wrinkles right up, darling.
Make that old lady haircut look younger.
That's right.
Wow. See, Fred is right. There are some hot moms out there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's what I'd have to know what
But the kid is not going to say yes to that. The daughter, no, you don't want the old lady haircut.
There are some hot moms out there.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Pat, you're on the Blitz.
Hey, great, thank you. Good, love listening to you guys.
Appreciate
My
you.
My problem is my wife's birthday is also on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
2 for 1.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
The problem is if I don't get it right, I get hammered. So I need some advice.
You don't get it right.
You got to get it right. It's Valentine's Day.
Well, I tried before, and it hasn't worked with the birthday and the Valentine's Day all in one. It should be separate.
Well, that is a problem for you, Pat. There's no doubt. But you go with the birthday gift. It would be my advice, right? So you get her a nice birthday gift. Say, honey, it's your birthday. That is much more special than any old made-up holiday. So there you go. Boom. I look at February 14th, honey, as your day.
Yeah, get the present, put in the gift bag with birthday stuff or birthday wrapping paper. The card, though, could be Valentine's Day.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds
don't
like
get
a winner
pulled
to
over
me.
over all this, man. I mean, don't,
Oh, I'm not.
All right.
It's an ambulance going by.
All right.
Pat, we're here for you, buddy.
Yep.
Anytime you need advice, let us know.
Yep.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right. Good stuff. Hey, Josh, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Hey guys, so my wife's birthday was 2 weeks ago, and I bought her some new perfume. And she asked me, "Well, why would you buy me new perfume? You know, I just got perfume from my mom for Christmas." And I told her that because I didn't like it because it made her smell like a hooker.
And what's wrong with that?
Well,
I don't really be shopping for her.
She's probably wanting to know why you know what a hooker's perfume smells like.
Exactly.
I told her I was going based on what strippers smell like, and she goes, "Well, when was the last time you've been to one of those?" And I said, "Plead the fifth."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, you're going to stay in the doghouse, my friend.
All right, buddy. Good luck to
All
you.
right, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
So, dude, that reminds me of a story.
Here we go.
Way back in the day.
Here we go.
Went to one of those establishments, not a hooker place, but or maybe they're one and the same.
What is a hooker place establishment?
Well, it could be that.
Okay.
Like a brothel, but I'm talking about a strip club,
okay.
right? And I left that place smelling like a hooker,
like a stripper.
Like a stripper.
Well, there's transfer, sir.
Right, the perfume
Which
was
went
like
from stripper
heavy.
to hooker.
And so I'm in a sheer panic, right? Because I got to go home. I'm in a sheer panic. What the hell am I going to do walking in here smelling like a stripper?
Uh-huh.
And there was no covering that up. That was a bad day for me.
It was?
Well, it was a good day.
It started good, it
and
ended
then it was a
poorly.
bad day.
Yeah.
Because there's, I had perfume all over me. And so obviously the stripper was close. Wow.
So Travis Kelce is undecided on his future in the NFL. He said on the New Heights podcast that he is not ready at all to make any kind of decision.
I know everybody wants to know whether or not I'm playing next year, and right now I'm just kicking everything down the road. I'm kicking every can I can down the road, and I'm not making any crazy decisions.
No crazy decisions. It's funny, though, when you listen to this, and there it just sounds like, okay, I'm not decided. I can't decide what I'm going to do. But then as he goes on, you might change your opinion, like he's talking about not making plays that are needed to be made.
I'm going to take some time to figure it out. I think I owe it to my teammates that if I do come back, that it's going to be something that it's a wholehearted decision. I'm not half-assing it, and I'm fully here for them. And I think I could play. It's just whether or not I'm motivated or it's the best decision for me as a man, as a human, as a person to take on all that responsibility.
You hear him, and he is at the point of his career he's got to decide how motivated if he's going to be all in. But also making the plays that are necessary, and he certainly didn't do enough of that this year.
It happens as you kind of tail off towards the back nine of your career, as SVP would say, is, it's as you see yourself or not feel yourself have the success that you once used to have, man, it's a tough pill to swallow. And then on top of that, to not be there in the biggest moments, knowing your team's counting on you, man. Those are all extremely hard things to it's just a tough reality.
Well, it is, and it sounds to me like he's going to retire, and I would be shocked if he comes back to play. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure the Chiefs want him back. I saw a video this morning, looking at a video, and it says Travis Kelce just quit on this play, and he does. It's Patrick Mahomes is scrambling, running for his life, and Kelce's just standing there with his arms out like, I'm right here, but he's not doing anything. Doesn't help block. He's not trying to get open. He was just standing there. And so, I'll be shocked if he's back, but I'm not necessarily sure it's going to be his decision.
Well, you look at his contract and his cap hit, what is it, like $18 million? It might not, it might be one of those where he gets released and comes back at a reduced salary because he's at the point of his career they can't restructure that thing and put another 3 years on there. And his production this year certainly wouldn't justify that. So, but when you hear a player at that level talking the way he is, if you've got to convince yourself to play, are you really there? Now, I'll go back. Zach Martin is in the same boat. Brian Baldinger last week on Radio Row told us if you think you're done, play 2 more years.
Yeah.
Just to make sure it's out of your system. You wonder this year watching Jason Kelce on television at all the games, doing all the things, if he was feeling like, man, I could have made another run. I had enough in me to make another run, especially watching his former team win the Super Bowl. I don't know how comfortable he is with the decision, although he's made a ton of money and he's crushed it in television this year, and Travis is going to be able to do the same thing. But then you've got the Taylor Swift aspect of things that, Jason Kelce, his brother, doesn't, traveling the world, doing all the cool things that she gets to do, all the things they could do together where, how committed was he this year? None of us really know the answer to that. When he was traveling around over the offseason, was he getting his daily workouts in the way he should or doing his normal offseason regimen? The results this year say no, but only he knows that answer. But his play was a massive decline this year.
Oh, without a doubt. And it was just awful. He had really one good game, and that was against the Houston Texans, where he came out and you thought, okay, it's playoff time. Kelce's going to start playing. And then he was a non-factor against Philadelphia, but a lot of the Chiefs were non-factors in that game. Still, though, it goes back to the Tiger Woods things. It goes back to Tom Brady. I don't want to see big stars go out looking like crap.
Mm-hmm.
And if I would put Travis Kelce this year in that category, go out. The guy's already made a ton of money with this New Heights podcast, he and his brother, $100 million, and he could do whatever he wants TV-wise. He's got that personality. He's going to make a ton of money. To me, I would just like to see Travis Kelce ride off into the sunset. Now, the NFL may think differently because they might want another year of Taylor Swift and the Swifties watching the NFL. I'm a Swiftie.
I mean, his cap hit pledge, looked it up, it's 19.
Okay.
$19 million. This is the Chiefs that are going to have to make the tough business decision. It might not be necessarily up to Travis. Now, can they release him, save that money? Sure. Post-June 1 cut, and then sign him back at a reduced deal? In a lot of ways, this is what the Cowboys did a couple of years ago when it was the right decision to move on from Zeke Elliott. You're not performing at the level of your contract. This is what we're going to do, but we're not going to insult you. And he ended up in New England for a year and should have stayed or stayed off the field. The Cowboys should not have brought him back. So let's not focus on that part of what the Cowboys did with Zeke. But when they released him, it was the right thing to do. The Chiefs are in a very similar situation this offseason with Travis Kelce. You look at production versus the cap hit, you've been great, but we've got to make a business decision for the Kansas City Chiefs. So it might not necessarily be up to Travis Kelce. They might have that conversation behind closed doors and let Travis Kelce control the narrative on his way out. If you're retiring, man, you're going into the Ring of Honor and all the things that come along with it. But it also might be, if you're not retiring, we're going to release you, and if we can work out a deal to bring you back, we will, but on our terms and with what we have left in the piggy bank.
It sounds to me, just listening to that soundbite, it's early on, too. I mean, the hurt is still there, right, from the loss to the Super Bowl, but it sounds to me like Travis Kelce is done. And on his own terms or Chiefs' terms or a little of both. But I just think, look, I don't want to see him play the way he played this season. It was bad for a guy that's been one of the best tight ends in the NFL. I don't want to see that again next year. And I'm sure Patrick Mahomes doesn't want to see that. As much as he relied on Travis Kelce throughout the years, he needs a guy that he can rely on. And I think it's time for the Chiefs to move on.
As we move on here on the Blitz, it's Valentine's Day. A lot of you guys, and we see this, like we're going to be at the Rue Pub broadcasting live Thursday afternoon from 2 to 6, Desperation Day.
Yep.
And a lot of times you're in the Rue Pub and you see older guys and younger ladies, and those guys try really hard. All you got to do is follow the Bill Belichick game plan. We will explain coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. When you need an electrician, you know Hill Electric is available for both residential and commercial needs. I've used Hill Electric for a variety of projects at my home through the years, from adding extra outlets in the garage, spotlight over one of the grills outside, dimmer lights in the living room. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. Whatever your project is, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price. Never a service charge, always free estimates. So it costs you absolutely nothing to figure out what it will take to get a project done. So call Hill Electric, 210-404-9074, 404-9074, or online, hill-electric.com.
Taking you home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
George gets justice.
Hurt in a wreck? Get George. Hit by an 18-wheeler or commercial truck? Get George. Injured at work? Get George. When you're dealing with personal injury, you need to get George, because George gets justice. I'm George Salinas, and my San Antonio-based firm has been recognized across the state of Texas and the United States. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com.
George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Emily Neal's 70-inch TV. Because after watching her second-grade students yell at each other for hours, there's nothing Emily enjoys more than watching super-rich housewives also yell at each other. Why? Because those women are not her responsibility. And that's why her TV is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Morning, Paula.
Morning, Ron.
Another day in Adminville, am I right?
What are you working on? Oh!
You okay?
Your tabs. You have so many open.
Yeah, gotta order lunch for the big client meeting. With great responsibility comes tabs.
I can help. Close all those tabs and open just one, easycater.com. Online ordering from local restaurants, plus tools to save time, stay on budget, track expenses.
One tab to rule them all.
EasyCater, the smarter way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song.
April breeze, give me my biggest tax refund, please. You, me, and a lifetime accuracy guarantee.
And now get $100 just to try Jackson Hewitt. Does your tax person do that?
Say goodbye to that no guarantee tax guy.
Ready to sail through tax season? Go to Jackson Hewitt and you'll be limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
Old Spice Swagger Body Wash will make you the MVP of freshness and confidence. With its irresistible scent, it will transform your shower experience, leaving you feeling fresh on and off the field. Pair it with Old Spice Swagger Deodorant, the #1 aluminum-free brand that keeps you feeling like a Super Bowl champion 24/7 when used daily. But don't wait. This dynamic duo is available at Costco for a limited time only. Old Spice, official deodorant partner of the NFL and Super Bowl 59, where freshness meets football greatness.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a colonial with high ceilings, hardwood floors, and a peaceful neighborhood. And you found it. Now, every Saturday at 6 a.m., you get to wake to the sound of your neighbor's leaf blower. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
Your life, your goals, your legacy. With a dedicated Fidelity advisor, it's all part of a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Former Houston Texans offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick is joining the Miami Dolphins as their senior passing game coordinator. He rejoins Mike McDaniel. The two worked together for Kyle Shanahan with the 49ers back in 2021. San Antonio Spurs 23-28 on the year. Tonight they'll play their final game before the All-Star break in Beantown to take on the Celtics. Tip-off set for 6 o'clock.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. Synergenicshealth.com.
Joe Reinagel.
And for the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minnix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Maybe you're watching on YouTube. Subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minnix.
Howdy, howdy. Happy hump day, everybody. Happy to have you all along on this special day.
It is special.
Hump day is always a special day.
Day that ends in Y. And you're breathing.
Yes. But it is hump day.
It is.
That means we're
hump day.
We're just about over the top. I'm going to slide right into the weekend.
Valentine's weekend.
Valentine's weekend.
Valentine's weekend. So, guys, we want to help you out of the doghouse today. We've got 30 units of Botox valued at $350 from Dr. Connie Heyer's Plastic Surgery and Med Spa. We're taking your calls on why you're in the doghouse. When we feel it, we're going to give it away. So we're not going to take notes like we did yesterday because Pledge doesn't want to work that hard again. And and so when we hear the call, we know it. But what we really want to hear is from the ladies. We really want to hear from the ladies on this one.
Yeah, Teresa inspired us yesterday. If you weren't with us yesterday, Justin called in and put his girlfriend Teresa on the line, and she explained why Justin was in the doghouse. And it was very enlightening, and we gave her a little advice.
Yeah.
Kind of screwed Justin in the process.
Kind of.
A little bit.
Well, I mean, the dude got drunk and admitted to his new girlfriend that he's still talking to his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, that's not good.
No. So we actually sent the gift certificate straight to her.
Yes.
not to Justin to give to her.
She was very good, though. So we'd like to hear from the ladies. Any ladies out there that want to, I don't know, just kind of tell on your significant other, let us know.
And we're honest guys. Plus, we're girl dads. We told Teresa dump his ass, being honest, and gave her the price.
Yeah.
No offense, Justin.
No offense. But she said, I love him.
Uh-huh.
I love him.
Been 6 months.
Oh, I love him.
I will say, I expect some interesting calls.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And from what I understand, see, here's one of the things about these gifts. As we were talking with Natalie in our office, who helped set all this stuff up, because I didn't know what yesterday's gift was, and I don't know anything about Botox either. This is a great gift, guys. This isn't one of those gifts where she will take that as, are you criticizing me for something? Are you suggesting it's not one of those. She's going to love this. Apparently, if she's already doing Botox, she knows, or she's been thinking of it and has friends that does. This is one of these gifts that, guys, we don't necessarily need to understand, but she's going to love it.
Well, she's going to love it, but I'm going to tell you that a lot of guys do Botox. This is not just for women.
Yep.
I'm telling you, it's not just for women. So, guys, you got a store, you're in the doghouse, maybe you're too far in the doghouse, and you just say, the hell with her, I'm getting the Botox done.
I mean, however you want to do. You can be selfish with it.
Sure.
I mean, whatever you need to do, it is there.
Right.
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
Now, aside from being stupid rich, Bill Belichick's girlfriend has revealed how he signed a book to her when they first met. And it just so happened that Bill Belichick really is just like one of us. Hot chick sits next to you on a plane, you're actually going to talk to somebody on a plane. Not a hot chick, headphones are on, and you're looking straight ahead.
That's absolutely true, and that's how they met on an airplane.
Long flight from Boston to Florida.
Now, this was back in 2021, and what's interesting about this is, what's her name? Hudson. It's Jordan Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
She must have been like 20 or 21 back then.
Because she's 24 now.
Right, so Belichick was 68. But I guess they had a pretty nice conversation, and he left her a note saying, Jordan, thanks for giving me a course on logic. Safe travels, Bill Belichick. And then he lists all the Super Bowl championships.
Uh-huh.
I don't think she gave a damn about that note or anything else. She knew who the hell she was sitting next to.
Grandpa. And
yes.
The fact
rich grandpa
that he dated it February 11th of 2021.
Yes.
And quite frankly, has really good handwriting. I'm more impressed with his handwriting. And then he does sign it Super Bowl. Think about this. 26, 28. I can't read that one. 51 and, was that 53? 55? Whatever. She knew exactly champions. And then the S in champions kind of underlines. Great signature, by the way, for Bill Belichick. Great autograph.
It is. It's great.
I honestly don't know that I've ever really paid attention or noticed any Bill Belichick memorabilia, but that would be fantastic on a football or a helmet or something. Instead, she's got it on card, book, whatever it is. But they met on a plane. She was a cheerleader back then. He was probably 68.
For what high school?
She was 20. Well, college. She was 21. The 24-year-old cheerleader and beauty pageant contestant has been on this run. You saw her all over Super Bowl week down in New Orleans.
Yeah.
She was rolling around in an Atlanta Falcons championship shirt, which was great because obviously Bill's Patriots team beat the Falcons. That's one that didn't make it to Africa, apparently, because she was wearing it. Then there was photos of her at the suite. She's taking all these selfies at the stadium, and Bill's just sitting there like an old man. She's having the time of her life, and quite frankly, so is Bill.
Well, what are you going to do if you're Bill Belichick?
Pose with her?
You don't have to go home and play Legos. It's like,
Legos.
That's all I can think of.
The fact
Barbies.
That, he's not posing for all those photos, but she is. She's having a good time with it.
Well, that's good. Hey, look, we make fun and we can have fun, and everybody does. But, hey, they're happy. That's fantastic. Good for Bill Belichick. And good for her, too, perhaps.
Jordan wrote on Instagram and posted the photo of the autograph. Happy meet-iversary at Bill Belichick. Cheers to the fact that you still let me give you lengthy philosophical lectures 4 years later.
So she's lecturing Bill Belichick.
Well, it's about the conversation.
Yes,
Joe.
apparently so. Well, his note said, for giving me a course on logic.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you like to have been a fly on the wall to hear that conversation?
No.
I would have.
No.
You might have learned something.
You might have.
What did she call it?
What, meat-iversary?
I've always liked my meat big.
Not that kind of meat.
I don't associate that with Bill Belichick, but who knows? I'm just saying. I don't know. It is possible.
I was the guy. I was the Turk. I was Bad News Billy.
Yeah. Hey, good for Billy. Good for old Billy.
Mm-hmm. Saquon Barkley doesn't understand why fans booed Taylor Swift.
Well, he makes a pretty good point, I'll be honest with you. And I don't know that, I'm sure it had something to do with Trump being there, and she actually endorsed the other one, and so I guess that's why that happened. But Saquon's point is, look, NFL is kind of enjoying having the Swifties around.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as Taylor Swift is around, that's good for the NFL.
I was surprised she got booed. Like, I'm not surprised when I see the GM of the Mavericks or the owner getting booed. The tone deafness of the owner of the Mavericks. Did you see the video clip from last night? Walking to his seat, and then he tells whoever sitting next to him, "Are they booing me?" Yeah, you idiot. Yes, they're booing you. They didn't know who you were a week ago, but now they know who you are in Dallas. Comical.
Unbelievable.
Yep. Saquon Barkley making the rounds. Was at Fallon last night with the offensive line. They were shotgunning beers because that's a talent. I loved it. He's like, I went to Penn State. I know how to do this, which is awesome. They were shotgunning beers in Nevada in the casinos because they had an incredible Sunday on Super Bowl Sunday.
They did. An incredible Sunday. And good for them. Let them celebrate a little bit. I'm surprised, though, and I guess they have these obligations that they want to do and have to do. But, dude, I'd be laying on a beach somewhere celebrating. That's what I'd be doing. I'd have left New Orleans and gone straight south.
Yeah, they can't. They got to go do the TV shows and then get back for the parade.
That's right. The parade is Friday, so after the parade they can go.
Yeah, it's vacation time. Those Nevada sports books, a record payday off of this Super Bowl because so many people were putting their money on history.
$22.1 million, according to this article, that Nevada sports books raked in on Super Bowl Sunday. $22.1 million. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. You'd think it'd be more, though, right?
I don't know. Look, a lot of people bet on Philly, I think, last minute. I did. I bet on Philadelphia, and I just thought that, you look at it, the stress, all of that stuff for Kansas City, and Philly had a chip on their shoulder.
They did have a chip on their shoulder, that is for sure. And they just dominated. That was just an ass kicking. And it all started last year in the summertime, and we all watched it unfold on Hard Knocks offseason when the New York Giants GM made the decision, and we saw them having some of the discussions. And, the old saying, don't trade with your division. Even the owner of the Giants was like, if he goes to Philly, I'm going to be sick. I mean, all of it. The phone call to Saquon, go test the market, but you'll call me back, right? We all saw that. The GM's kid saying, I really like Jaden Daniels. No, I mean, all of it. Now, guess what? Looks like Hard Knocks offseason probably doesn't see a year two.
Well, nobody wants to do it. That's their problem. They can't find football teams to do it because of what happened. And there's just a little too much openness with the cameras all over the place, and they made the Giants look like complete fools. They didn't do that. The Giants did that to themselves.
And Joe still has a job. Joe Shane, the GM.
Yes. Brian Daboll still has a job, surprisingly. And now there's rumors that they're after old Matty Stafford. to come play in a Giants uniform.
It's going to be interesting. The offseason is going to be interesting, but we might not have a Hard Knocks to watch it.
Well, I didn't watch it anyway. Well, won't change my life one bit.
Can we get the cameras just following around Bill Belichick and Jordan so we can get the philosophy she's delivering?
That would be fantastic. I mean, I give it to Bill. I mean, she's a very attractive young lady.
It's all about the conversation, Joe.
That's it.
All about the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you guys listening right now struggle with that. While you're in the doghouse, we're going to help you out of the doghouse. We got some gifts, but we're taking your calls. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. If you got a line, stay there. We want to hear from the ladies today especially. And I see Marissa's up there. Marissa, hang on.
Yeah.
Your call coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, and you need your logo on any kind of gear, get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro, especially if you need caps made. Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom, including the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps, the Katie caps, Nike Cap America, in stock, just waiting for your logo. Over 700 uniform lines to choose from in all kinds of industries, medical, restaurant, construction, schools, leagues, to name a few. If you need your logo on a golf shirt, a fishing shirt, dress shirt, Sam will get you taken care of. Nobody has better prices. Sammy has all the big name brands. Call 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or get into that massive showroom on San Pedro, a mile inside Loop 410 next to the Big Lots across from McDonald's, or check the website samsembroidery.com for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
Progressive presents Renters MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Emily Neal's 70-inch TV. Because after watching her second-grade students yell at each other for hours, there's nothing Emily enjoys more than watching super-rich housewives also yell at each other. Why? Because those women are not her responsibility. And that's why her TV is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
For decades, Rudy's has been serving Texans incredible barbecue. But they've also been a community champion as well. And now when you visit any of their 4 San Antonio locations, just make a $10 donation to the Puppy Food Bank. And you'll receive a certificate valid for $15 in free barbecue and 2 soft drinks. So do the numbers. That's a $22 value for just $10. You'll enjoy great barbecue for less, and Puppy Food Bank can save more pet lives. Thank you, Rudy's.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
Hi, welcome to Staples. Hi, I hear Staples can print it all for my business. Oh, if you can think it, Staples can print it. And will beat any print quote. Oh, great. I'm thinking new brochures and yard signs. No problem. I'm thinking calendars, t-shirts, and pens. Totally. I'm thinking Staples is the place for printing. I thought you might think that.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Rock's Discount Vitamins and More wants to thank God and San Antonio for making Rock's the king of supplements. Are you losing weight, building muscle, or just getting healthy? Rock's has you covered. Weight loss and muscle building packages starting at just $75. Plus, get a free in-body scan in 15 seconds with the In-Body 270 analysis. Start tracking your results today. The pros at Rock's know their products, how they work, and what's best for your health and fitness goals. Call 210-342-7625 or visit rocksdiscountvitamins.com.
Calling all snack MVPs, it's time to huddle up with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, the low-carb, high-protein snack with a flavor-packed crunch. From sea salt and cracked black pepper to hot honey, sweet barbecue, and more, these bold bites are ready to tackle your crunch time cravings. Find your flavor playbook at H-E-B and make every bite count. Because when it's crunch time, there's only one snack you need on your team. Southern Recipe Small Batch.
The Aggies play here. This is Andrew Monaco, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minnix. You know, we were talking about Vegas making record profits off the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Record payday. Maybe those slots will be loose when we get out there in March. Absolutely, because you can come out and hang out with us in Las Vegas for Mega March weekend. The Blitz will be live at Circa Las Vegas the 27th and 28th. That's a Thursday and Friday. Happens to also be opening day of Major League Baseball and the Sweet 16 round of the tournament. And then, of course, we're staying through Sunday. You can join us at Circa Las Vegas and get a discount on your rooms at Circa. Use promo code BLITZ at circalasvegas.com and join us out in Las Vegas.
If you haven't been, you owe it to yourself to do it. We've had a great time. We've been out there, 3 times now? Or this will be our 3rd time.
Yeah.
Been out there twice last year. 3rd time coming up, and it's a blast, and it gets better every time we go out there. So put it in. Get on vacation. Come out and party with us in Las Vegas at Circa.
We always do this. We gather around sometime on Saturday with all the listeners when we're not working. Because a lot of you will come around where we're broadcasting. You guys are drinking and we're not, just like when we're at the Roo Pub.
Yeah.
And a lot of times at the Roo Pub, like on Thursday when we're there 2 to 6, we stick around and have drinks after. Here we try to gather everybody at the Mega Bar to have some drinks on Saturday when everybody's free. And, it's Vegas. I realize if we tried to do something after, everybody's doing stuff.
Right.
So we have a little Blitz party, if you will, on Saturday.
And we'll do that, watch some college basketball.
Absolutely. I'm seeing a lot of people. I would like to see Circa. Come on. CircaLasVegas.com, promo code BLITZ. It will save you money. It's a 20% discount on your room. Right now, though, we're trying to give away 30 units of Botox, valued at $350 to get you out of the doghouse. If you've been wrapped up in football, you've just been a knucklehead, it's just a day that ends in Y in some of your lives. You're in trouble for something. Sometimes if I'm in trouble, is this new or is this still old? I don't know. Sometimes you got to clarify,
right? You never know.
Absolutely. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Marissa, you're on the Blitz.
Yes. Hi. My husband's in the doghouse because I asked him to mop our floors, and unfortunately now, because it got cold, all of the floor came off all the tile lifted, and it is going to cost us $8,000 to fix the floor.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Marissa, I know it sounds like you're at work, right?
I am. I'm a teacher.
Oh, you're a teacher. So your husband called you and said, "Hey, call the guys."
Quiet. Well, he's like, "Tell him what I did," and I'm like, "Well, I don't think it's very funny that now we have to pay $8,000 because our tile all downstairs is lifting up because he decided to mop our floors with boiling hot water."
Oh, wow.
And then it got cold outside, so all our tiles started lifting. And it's been crazy. It's so ugly.
Now, Marissa,
so he's been in trouble for a long time.
Marissa, I got to be honest. Why didn't you teach him how to do this? I mean, clearly he had no clue. Like there was a time, and I'm not going to name any names, but we were at a Super Bowl in Los Angeles, and one of the guys on the trip loaded the dishwasher with soap and flooded the damn Airbnb because he didn't know how to load a dishwasher.
With dishwashing soap,
no.
Yeah. I mean, and so, I mean, part of this, Marissa, I think is your fault because you made him do something he wasn't capable of doing.
Come on. Now,
mopping
wait a second.
floors, I thought that was like, I mean, boiling. He literally boiled the water on the stove.
You'll never ask him to do it again, will you?
Well, maybe that was his plan.
No, I bought him a Swiffer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this guy's genius, Marissa. He'll never do that again.
That's his job, is to mop the floors? You still allow that?
I just only let him use a Swiffer. He's not allowed to boil anything, not even eggs.
So I'm just curious. I'm curious, Marissa. Why did he think you mop the floors with boiling water? Did he explain that to you?
He said he was trying to disinfect them. He thought he was going to try and disinfect them better.
Okay, well, I mean, that kind of makes sense, I guess. Boiling water, I suppose.
I honestly, I don't know that I'd have boiled water, but I would have used hot water.
Well, sure.
Right?
Yeah, and he's seen me use hot water. I mean, I guess maybe not, but I thought, why not just use a little bit of bleach, like a cap of bleach?
Yeah, I don't know. Marissa, I think you just asked him to do something. You know, how long you been married?
10 years.
You got to know better at this point. He doesn't know how to do that.
I mean, I don't know. I just think he's definitely in the doghouse.
I think, Marissa, you wanted new floors and you knew how you were going to get them.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not what happened. Not like this.
So Marissa, let me
We
ask
have
you a question.
We have a whole vacation planned, and I'm like,
well, not anymore. You
Yeah,
don't.
he didn't want to see the in-laws.
yeah, not anymore.
So Marissa, let me ask you a question. He's in the dog. What's your husband's name?
Nazim Aga.
Okay, Nazim. Now, what does it mean? What happens when he's in the doghouse? I mean, do you like withhold things from him?
Wow.
Do you look at him funny when he walks through the door, or what happens?
Every time I start sweeping and more grout comes off the floor, I'm like, you pick it up. No, you do it. Anything now is you do it, at least until I have new floors.
All right. Wow. All right, Marissa. Well,
you need a new flooring company.
Yeah.
Hey, Botox doesn't work on the floors, does it? Marissa, I know we're going to randomly do this, but Pledge is going to get some info from you just in case. I'm not saying you won, but we're going to tuck this one aside and see what else happens today. But I still kind of think this is partially your fault.
Well, you can't blame it on Marissa.
I can.
I mean, you can blame it on her for marrying a dude that doesn't know how to do basic things. Although I'm sitting next to one that doesn't know what to do either. So
I know that if I could mop the floor, and I have mopped the floor.
Well, you're a sailor. You're supposed to mop floors.
I mean, but there are certain things because I know you probably would have questions about things. I don't know how to use our washer and dryer. Hell, I don't even know where they are in the house.
Oh my God!
Dude,
that's awful.
Yeah,
that's awful. See, I wash clothes because I want them done when I want them done. Right? So, and not that, Maggie does too, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I've been holding on to something that I was told when we were first together. When we were first together and got our first place that needed that, it didn't come in the apartment. You had to go buy a washing machine. And we went to Sears over at Rolling Oaks Mall. And we could afford about that $300 set. And she wanted one that was double that price. I had all these buttons on it. And she said then, if you buy this one, you will never have to wash clothes. I will always do it.
And she's held to that, huh?
No, I have.
Well,
But
you
yeah,
have.
Yeah.
Has she asked you to wash clothes since?
No.
Well, you would screw. You talk about screwing up floors. Dude, you would screw that up big time.
I would.
You would.
I've never, I mean, even when I was in the military, we had a laundromat down the road, a laundry service. You put everything in a bag, and everything would come back in a shoebox. It was great.
Yeah, well, that's awesome.
I don't know how to do certain
Dude,
things.
You want to give your wife
a
good Valentine's Day gift? Just go home tonight. Say, honey, I love you. It's time that I start washing clothes.
Why the hell would I do that?
Would you teach me how to do it? That is my Valentine's Day gift to you.
No.
Wow.
No. No.
I'm sorry, Joanne.
Hey, Mike, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Good afternoon, fellas. This is a classic case of the guy forgets and the women never forget. So, a long-time listener, first-time caller. So I go home last night after listening to y'all all afternoon with all these guys and gals calling in, and I think it's all funny. So I'm explaining all this to her, and then she looks at me and goes, "Well, why don't you just call in and tell them what you did to me?" I'm like, "Well, what did I do to you?" So she reminded me that as we were getting married, living together, we couldn't afford a ring, so that was kind of delaying things. So I always go to the boat show in January when it shows up. So my uncle and I go to the boat show, and on the way out the door, I call her and say, "Hey, honey, we're brand new owners of the boat." And she goes, "Oh, really?" So she has not ever let me forget that, but she didn't leave either. So that's why I married her. So
she got a boat. Well,
yeah, and we've upgraded twice since then. And of course, she eventually got a ring, but she doesn't let me forget when that pops up or anything close to that scenario shows up.
So she enjoys the boat. Doghouse. She enjoys the boat.
Well, she does.
Okay.
But every time you get in trouble, she brings up that you bought a boat instead of a wedding ring?
Exactly.
Dude, I'm telling you, that is a classic story. That all women are that way. They've got the best memories of any walking thing on the planet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Mike, we need to hear her version of this story. Have her call in a little bit, man. Appreciate
will you do that? That'd be
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Ryan, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Good. How's it going, guys?
Good.
I've been in the doghouse for about 6 to 7 years.
Oh.
We've been married 13 years.
Oh.
The wife and I are both active duty military. And so I've been deployed about 6-7 years of those out of the 13.
Okay.
And then the entire time after the kids and everything else like that, she keeps saying that she wants to get Botox. She wants to get all this other treatment stuff that I don't think she needs. I think she's beautiful the way she is. However, with that said, apparently me not, supporting her with wanting to have all this stuff to make her look beautiful to herself, I've royally screwed up, and she's been seeking BH, behavior health, and other issues I've helped cause. And I'm only recently finding out that that's been an issue, and she finally came forward and told me all this stuff.
Wow.
So I'm already saving up for the mommy makeover. However, I can't afford everything since we have another kid that just started at St. Mary's.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That is.
That's
that
a problem.
is. So you've been deployed a lot. You Army or Air Force?
Army, sir.
Army. And she's also Army?
Yeah. She is also Army.
You all right with that, Minnix?
Yeah.
All right, you're wearing your Navy
absolutely. Go Navy.
Over here,
Beat
right?
Army.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm in charge of people out at CCAT, so I support the Navy as well there.
There you go. So you're
All
medical, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Wow.
Awesome.
Nice.
Ryan, hang on. Pledge to get some info from you. I'm not saying you're a winner, but just in case, you're in the running.
All right, understood, sir.
All right, good deal.
Dude, I like this guy. He is a military guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
You hear that?
You don't sound like that.
What?
Well, he sounded like. That's right. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Around appropriate company, I am.
Jeez, I suppose. Well, he wasn't around appropriate company.
He doesn't know.
It's you and me, dude. There's nothing more inappropriate.
He knows that I was a public affairs officer. There's a certain way you have to address that.
Uh-huh.
He just doesn't realize it was a title and I was enlisted.
Yes. Well, I don't think I've ever called you sir, and probably will never.
No, sir.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
That was a couple of good calls in that segment.
Yeah, not bad. Marissa was good. I like Marissa. So if you guys want to, just call your wife and have them call in. I think you'll have a better chance of doing that. I'm just a little advice, fellas. You get your lady on the phone, have her call in and explain her side. I want to hear her side because that's always a little more entertaining than yours.
Absolutely. How far away are the Cowboys? Dak thinks they're close.
Speaking of funny.
Yeah. Exactly. We'll dive into how far away they really are. Coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
We've been dealing with some kind of yucky weather, right? It's been raining and all of that stuff. Well, guess what? This Saturday is going to be absolutely beautiful. And you know what you need to do? You need to take advantage of every day that is. Get out the sticks and go play some golf. And the best place to do that is the Golf Club of Texas. Oh, my goodness. You got to see this place. It's incredible, and I don't think we've even seen all of the upgrades. Bo was talking to us the other day, talking about all the upgrades, and he can't wait for everybody to go out there and see this thing.
Saturday. You won't because you're at a
gender reveal. Don't remind me. But you're going to, so you're going to take some pictures and do that. So look, what you need to do, and do it right now, go to golfclubtexas.com, golfclubtexas.com. That's where the best rates are always there. All right, you need to get out there and check this place out. Look, it feels like a country club. It truly does. When you play this course, when you walk into the Tin Cup restaurant, walk into the Pro Show, you feel like you're in a country club, but it's not. Open to the public 7 days a week, and some of the best course conditions and the friendliest staff. I'm going to tell you what, the folks out there are just so friendly. The service is fantastic. And let me tell you about the food. They got a restaurant out there called the Tin Cup Bar and Grill, and it is just outstanding. Drinks everywhere, all kinds of beer, anything you can imagine, and the food is fantastic. It is great, and guess what? It's not going to break the bank. It is a family-friendly restaurant, so even if you're not playing golf, take your family out there and let them enjoy some of that great food. Look, the Golf Club of Texas, you know exactly where it is. It's off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. Whether it's for dinner at the Tin Cup or round with your buddies, your next tournament, go check them out. Again, those best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, the NBA first half of the season winding down. Celtics and Spurs, we'll talk about it.
And is it ever too early to start talking football for next year? We'll take a look at the odds going into the 2025 season. Party starts at 6. Don't be late.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Most of us go to the doctor when we're sick or need prescriptions refilled. But at the Institute for Functional Health, we offer a different and complete version of primary care. This means you will get the medications you need, but we will also put together a custom game plan to fix the root cause and allow your body to heal itself. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we help people get off of medications. Call me for a free consultation, 468-1891, or online at iffhealth.com. You will experience a doctor's visit unlike any you've ever had. 468-1891.
Wow! Most cars and pickup trucks can have a ceramic film installed by the experts at Mother's Window Tint starting at just $199. That's an incredible price. If you shop around, you'll find that competitors charge hundreds of dollars more. Plus, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Mother's Window Tint offers up to 60 different film options to fit all price ranges. Since 1984, Mother's Window Tint has been known as the home of the tint and alarm special. If you're looking to enhance your vehicle security to the highest level, visit Mother's Window Tint today, where security systems start at just $3.99. Call us at 210-496-3454. That's 210-496-3454. Or visit us online at motherswindowtint.com. And remember, do it at Mothers and save!
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
George gets justice. When you've been injured, you need to get George Salinas Injury Lawyers because you need someone who understands your pain and the impact an accident has on your life. You need someone who listens and is always there fighting for you and your future. When you get George Salinas Injury Lawyers, you get all this and more. If you've been injured, it's time to get George. And remember, you won't pay anything unless they win your case. Call George Salinas at 210-225-0909. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Hi, welcome to Staples. Hi, I hear Staples can print it all for my business. Oh, if you can think it, Staples can print it and will beat any print quote. Oh, great. I'm thinking new brochures and yard signs. No problem. I'm thinking calendars, t-shirts, and pens. Totally. I'm thinking Staples is the place for printing. I thought you might think that.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water, but you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1, a San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minnix. Glad to have you along on this Wednesday afternoon. On Twitter, at Joe Reinagel 210. Tweet at me, at Jason Minnix. The station, at SA Sports Star. Same handles for Instagram.
Absolutely, and thanks for joining us on this this Hump Day Wednesday. Trying to refresh the Hump Day thing. We're going to find something, and a good friend of ours just sent in a suggestion, and thank you, Lisa, but no thanks. That looks like something I would never do.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Apparently, and it's an Instagram video, who knows? But it's a deer calling contest.
It looks,
and they have a device that you can use, and no, there's no way in hell.
Looks like something you see on Pornhub, for goodness sakes. What it looks like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk to
Goodness
spit
gracious.
on that thing. You get me?
By the way, just real quick, Chris Bell on our YouTube page, it's got a suggestion, and I appreciate the assist here. He says the Golf Club of Texas is having a Valentine's Day dinner special. He's taking his fiancée out there. He said they went last year, was amazing, and the menu seems even better this year. So, Chris, enjoy that. You're going to, well, you already know how great the Golf Club of Texas is, so enjoy your Valentine's Day dinner. So if you're looking for dinner, head out to the Golf Club of Texas.
Absolutely. I can't wait to go play some golf this week.
You know what? I want to go out there so bad. I can't stand it. So,
but
if the weather is anywhere near good, the following weekend, I'm out there, Bo. Book my tee time.
I'm telling you. See, Reinagel is staying out of the doghouse.
Out of my daughter's doghouse.
If you don't go, you're in your wife's doghouse too.
Well, probably, yes.
Yeah.
I got to go to a gender reveal.
Yeah.
Now, if she was doing it that way,
what?
It'd be great.
You don't want to see that from your daughter.
Well, I want to see some, like, I don't know, something creative. You know, the first kid.
Creative.
Yeah, the first one, Cash, my grandson. It was just like a little pop gun, right? And they popped this confetti out, and it was blue. Like, okay. Well, let's do something, creative.
Well, all right, Reinagel, spend some money, hire a private plane, and they can crop dust you.
Crop dust me?
Well, yeah. To a degree.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All you got to, you pour a little powder in there and just, dude, that was the most creative one I've ever seen. Honestly. That was floating around the socials, I don't know, a couple years ago.
We've all seen it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, you don't want to see that from your daughter.
Really?
Call up Greg Simmons and see if he can fly by the house and just drop some smoke.
I need a floater. Got to be some creativity. Although this one is being thrown by some friends of hers, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know what they're going to do.
Are they going to go all out?
Well, I hope so.
You're not a part of the planning?
No.
They haven't asked you for money yet?
No, they haven't.
Then it's going to be lame.
Well, sure.
At this point, you just give her a blank check.
Aren't most of them sincerely, and no offense to anybody, but I'll probably offend you, and I really don't care. They're all lame.
I've never been to one.
Nobody wants to go to a gender reveal except the mom and The mom's mom.
Why can't this be like the baby shower? It's not for the guys. The ladies can all get together and play stupid games.
And just send me a text and let me know. It was blue. It was pink. Gender reveal. I don't know who the hell came up with that. This guy, the same person came up with Valentine's Day. It's all a hoax.
Uh-huh. So, Randy, you're in the doghouse, huh?
Yeah, I have been for a split second or two. Hey, guys, I just found you today.
What?
Pretty good program,
thanks,
for Joe and Jason.
Thanks for listening. Appreciate it.
I don't know where you've been, but welcome aboard.
I've been over on the AM side.
Oh.
So, yeah, my apologies.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I mean,
it's all right. You got here. That's all that
better late
matters.
than never. The good news is you can be an hour out of town and still hear us.
That's right.
That's right. But I got to follow Pornhub reference and crop dusting, so thanks for that, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, doghouse for a minute. So, take you back to 1990. Joe, you were in your late 40s. And beautiful...
Wait a minute. We're having some technical difficulties here.
Says the guy that's been listening on the AM.
Right.
Go ahead, Randy.
Beautiful April day. Just like today, blue sky, pleasant breeze. I'm at work in a tower near Ken's 5, actually. And they said, hey, Randy, your fiance's downstairs. I said, what? She's here to surprise me. How exciting. I'll be right back up, guys. Took the elevator down 6 floors, popped out. There she was, right on the edge of the parking lot. My beautiful Latina fiance, bronze skin, beautiful hair, big doe eyes, 5'7", 115 pounds. So excited to see her. Heart starts racing. I got within 5 feet of her, guys, and she said, "We're pregnant."
Oh.
I stopped. I looked at her. I said, "I want documentation right now, guys. Guys, I didn't hug her. I didn't touch her. I didn't kiss her. I said, I want documentation right now." She spun around. I never saw her again. Sunken ditch.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm kidding, guys. I'm joking. Come on, guys. We're 35 years married, 4 beautiful kids with a set of twins. Come on. But every day, I live in that doghouse, fellas, and I will until we each find our way to heaven. So
she will never let you live that down, Randy. I promise you.
Just one side eye at any given time, and it takes me right back to April of 1990, guys.
Wow.
Well, dude, congratulations. Sounds like it's worked out pretty well for you.
It has. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Awesome,
Randy.
man.
Thanks for listening.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Glad
you.
you found us
You
here
got
on
it.
94.1 FM. No reason to go to the AM dial ever again.
Never again. Dude, I want documentation. It's like, dude, yeah, okay.
That's the first words. Wow.
That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
But it's worked out well for Randy.
It really has.
I'm happy for him.
You know, Dak said something as funny that way. Maybe it will work out for him as well.
I feel like we compete with the Eagles and beat them for the most part when we played them. I don't want to say check the record when they're the guys holding the trophy right now. So credit to them. They've earned it and they deserved it by all means. But, yeah, very close, especially when you even watch the NFC game, the NFC Championship. And those two teams that we battle against each and every year a couple of times. And as I said, feel confident about we've gotten the better part each and every time. To see it in such a dominating fashion, credit to them. It's our turn and it's on us.
Yeah, apparently Dak doesn't remember what this year was like against the Eagles. They destroyed them in both games. But you look at historically, Dak has a really great record against the Eagles. Even those good Eagle teams that went to a Super Bowl or, had that great run last year before the collapse. So maybe that's what he was reflecting on, not scoring 6 and 7 in 2 games this year while giving up more than 30. But
well, obviously all that matters to Dak Prescott is winning the regular season. So he's done that against Philly and Washington and all of them. He's won the regular season. Congratulations, Dak. You are the man.
ESPN.com has an article today about tiers, NFL overhaul tiers. Who's contending and rebuilding in 2025? And they break the tiers up. Major contenders on the cusp need a postseason breakthrough. Teetering contenders headed on the right track, and stuck in the middle, but a move or two away. And that is where they have the Dallas Cowboys, kind of stuck in the middle, a move or two away. And you wonder, right, you look at the draft picks that they have this year. It really does start with Micah Parsons and how quickly they sign Micah Parsons early in this offseason. If they sign him early and then they do some free agency shopping, which would be unlike the Cowboys, but if they are all in this year, then there's a chance that they could literally be a move or two away from being a contending team again, or stay with what they're doing, and then they're going to drop into the bottom categories and just be in quarterback purgatory with Dak Prescott's contract.
That's exactly right. Look, they're going to have to redo his contract, and they've got some people that they need to re-sign before they can even think about going out and doing that. Everybody's talking about Osa Odigizua, right, that he should be a priority for the Dallas Cowboys, and because he's playing well, he's going to get better. He's the guy that they need to sign and keep, but knowing how good he is, other teams are going to be eyeing him as well. I mean, and why wouldn't they? So if he gets an offer, is Jerry going to match that and make him rich? That's going to be the thing to watch there, especially some key free agents for the Cowboys. As it stands right now, according to this article, and I saw another one that I thought was a little bit lower, but they are negative $10.4 million with the salary cap. So they're over the cap $10.5 million. That's got to change, and the only way that's going to change is for Dak to redo his contract, and I'm sure he will. He's done it before. CD, they may go to him as well, and who knows who else.
Probably Diggs. And quite frankly, they could almost get even if they released Donovan Wilson and Malik Hooker. That's $9 million right there. So, I mean, the salary cap gymnastics, like you look at Dak's cap number today and you go, what are they going to do? You know that number at 90 is not going to stay at 90. And they will figure out a way to make all that work. So don't get hung up on where that cap number is today, because by the time the new league year starts, that stuff will take care of itself. What I find interesting is the group that ESPN has the Cowboys in, stuck in the middle, but a move or two away. Same with the Atlanta Falcons. They're in that group. The Indianapolis Colts are in that group. So are the San Francisco 49ers. And the 49ers have a lot of questions. I mean, they've allowed Debo to seek a trade. They've got to figure out what they're going to do with Brock Purdy and his extension. George Kittle's a year away from free agency. Are they going to invest some money there? That defensive tackle they have that's going to be a post-June 1 cut likely. And the Cowboys are right now kind of middle of the pack. When you look at, again, their rankings on ESPN, headed on the right track is like the Broncos, Chargers, Rams, Bucks, Seattle, Washington. So they're not quite, all those teams not quite there yet. If you're a Houston Texan fan, they've got you listed as a teetering contender, along with the Bengals and the Steelers.
That's about right, I would say, for Houston. Look, they've had a couple of decent playoff runs, though. So, I mean, they do have that going for them. They need to add some offensive line help, for sure.
I would have put the Texans in the need a postseason breakthrough category with Green Bay and Minnesota. I think that's more – I think Houston with – C.J. Stroud and with Will Anderson, you've got a couple of cornerstones on both sides of the ball. I know that Houston needs some offensive line help, but I think they're a little bit further than teetering contender, if you will. I mean, they're in the same category right now with Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh doesn't know who their quarterback is going to be. So
yeah, well,
you've got a franchise quarterback on a rookie deal. Houston has to capitalize sooner rather than later. Cincinnati, they've got so many contract issues. I could see where, depending on how they do that, depends on what category you're going to put them in. Houston stars are all on rookie deals for the most part. So they, to me, need that postseason breakthrough. They feel like they're that close to where, if Kansas City's still a contender, sure. Buffalo's still a contender, sure. Baltimore's still a contender, sure. I don't know if I want to put Houston in that category, but I put Houston in that next category.
Well, look, depending on what they do, but yeah, I'm with you. They've got some holes to fill, though. Stephon Diggs most likely not coming back there. They still have one of the best wide receivers in the business, though, and they've got a damn good running back to go with that quarterback. So get some offensive line help, and I would say it could be a breakthrough. They damn near had it this year. They gave Kansas City all they could handle, and so they damn near got it done this year. Houston's future is bright. I have no doubt that Houston is going to be just fine. You talk about Cincinnati. Joe Burrow's already said he's going to restructure his deal, and because they've got a lot of people they want to sign. They've got Jamar Chase, who is priority number one. Trey Hendrickson, the pass rusher, he needs to get paid. And then what do you do with T. Higgins? Are you able to keep him as well? So if they do all of that, they obviously need some defensive help. But if you do all of that, Cincinnati's going to be in there.
And T. Higgins might be the wild card there, who says right now he might take less.
He's been talking to Micah Parsons, huh?
But easy to say because, man, that guy on the open market would command a boatload of money.
So would Micah Parsons.
Yeah, but Micah's not eligible for the open market. I mean, the reality is the Cowboys have Micah for the next 3 years. They could tag him if they want.
They could.
I mean,
that would be disrespectful as hell to Micah Parsons.
Who the hell cares? But
okay.
But I mean, the reality is Micah's not going anywhere anytime soon if the Cowboys don't want him to. But if they tag him, then that cap hit is all in that year. So it doesn't offer the Cowboys any flexibility on the cap, which is what they desperately need, which is why they desperately need to get that deal done sooner rather than later when the league year rolls around.
That would be a Cowboy thing to do, is to tag Micah Parsons and really piss him off. That would be a great thing to do, and I guarantee you Micah walks if that happens.
Yeah, well, again, if he's tagged, again.
So you trade him so you get value for him. It's the easiest and quickest way for the Cowboys to get back. Put that dude on the market, see what you can get for him. People, you think I'm crazy, but it's not. I know what kind of a player he is. I get it. You would be able to get such a haul for this guy, and I think it would get the Cowboys back quicker than keeping him and paying him.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday night, Aztec Theater. Los Lonely Boys are going to be taking the stage. If you want to be in that crowd, we got a pair of tickets we'll give away right now. Caller number 11 in honor of Micah Parsons, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller 11, you win a pair of tickets to Los Lonely Boys, February 16th. That's this Sunday night at the Aztec Theater. If you don't win the tickets, buy them at livenation.com.
Let's talk about Stevens Roofing, though. I love talking about Stevens Roofing. They're a family-owned company, local company, and they are absolutely the best in the business. And I know that because they've been in business in San Antonio and South Texas for a long, long time. And, boy, if you're not doing it right, you don't stay in business that long. It's just that simple. Stevens Roofing does it right. And here in Texas, boy, your roof goes through a lot, doesn't it? Whether it's the hot, scorching summers that we deal with, the thunderstorms in the spring, or even the freezing temperatures that we have from time to time, and the snow and the ice and all of that stuff that we just had, several weeks ago, that can really do some damage to your roof. Here's what happens. When that ice and snow melt, that water seeps into the little cracks in your roof, and then it refreezes. That creates bigger cracks, and that could result in loose shingles, and those leaks could damage your home. There's no doubt about it. Look, your roof is important. We all know that. You need a trusted professional. Stevens Roofing is that trusted professional. Now is not the time for a DIY fix. Call Stevens Roofing today. They'll come out. They'll do a free roof inspection. All you have to do, pick up the phone and give them a call, 210-785-0994, or you can check them out at stevensroofing.net. Don't let Texas weather catch you off guard. Your roof keeps your family safe, and Stevens Roofing is here to make sure that you are always covered. Stevens Roofing, protecting Texas families one roof at a time. That number again, 210-785-0994.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Were you uninvited to game night? Do you play board games with the ferocious intensity of an iron-fisted oligarch? Have friends left game night asking, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Right now, during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or mattressfirm.com for details.
With basketball season in full swing, make watching the game a little bit more exciting with your chance to win money with Underdog, one of the leading sports apps, and you can play in Texas. You could win up to 1,000 times your money with Underdog, playing the pick'em game where you pick higher or lower on predicted stats. You can play with as little as $1, and if you get everything right on your pick'em entry, you could win up to 1,000 times your money. Yep, turn $1 into 1,000 with your hoops knowledge. Download the Underdog app and sign up using my promo code STAR to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona and Massachusetts, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. In Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Quiet down. Here she comes. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. Babbel is designed with you in mind. From expert-created lessons to conversational video units and even live classes, you can personalize your Babbel experience to be exactly what you need to really learn a new language more easily. Go ahead, set a goal for yourself. Accomplish it with Babbel. Try Babbel for free. Go to BABBEL.com. That's Babbel.com.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Spurs are back at it tonight, the final game before the All-Star break. Spurs at 23-28 will battle the Celtics in Boston. Tip-off from Beantown is at 6 o'clock tonight. It will be televised on ESPN. Bobby Slowick, he's employed again, joining the Miami Dolphins as their senior passing game coordinator. He rejoins Mike McDaniel. The two worked together with Kyle Shanahan with the 49ers in 2021.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. Synergenicshealth.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minnix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Maybe you're watching on YouTube. You can always check us out there and subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minnix. Wednesday afternoon.
Happy Wednesday, everybody, or we like to call it around these parts, Hump Day.
Hump Day?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's Hump Day.
It is Hump Day.
Love Hump Day. My favorite day of the week.
But?
Well, I'm looking for something to freshen things up a little bit. Love the camel.
Uh-huh.
Will always involve the camel. Always involve Hump Day. But just, screaming Hump Day.
You want to do something
10,
different?
12 times. Just do something different.
Yeah.
So I'm going to think of it. It's a work in progress. It's like 1604 construction. We're under construction right now for Hump Day.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's never finished.
Well,
So is that your excuse of putting it on the shelf and just saying it's always construction on I-35?
No,
We'll get around to it in 2081?
This will be completed. It will be constructed.
Do you need...
That is a promise.
Do you need... what's the word I'm looking for? Suggestions?
I don't know. You can't even say suggestions. You got any?
For you to do... I look, Geico couldn't get more creative with the camel, and they ended it. They came up with the caveman.
Well, that was their fault.
Now, there's people that listen to you that automatically think you're a Neanderthal, so maybe you could go that route.
Yeah, but he's not. He sounds like a normal person.
He does.
He looks goofy as hell.
Well,
but
I mean, you're trying to grow out the goatee.
I know. Somebody said it's a fake beard. I'm supposed to take off at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
I don't either, and it's not fake. Believe it or not.
No.
Hey, I'm enjoying this. I'm surprised I've kept it around this long. But,
We all are.
I know. Told you, the wife likes it, man.
Uh-huh.
So, what can I say?
So, throughout the day today, we're helping guys out of the doghouse. We've got a great Valentine's gift from Dr. Connie Heyer's Plastic Surgery and Med Spa. 30 units of Botox. This is a $350 value. All you got to do is call in and be a part of the show. And we really want to hear from the ladies. We really want to hear from the ladies today. There was one guy that called earlier. We needed to verify his story from his wife. If she calls in, I know they're going to win if her story holds up.
Well, absolutely.
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. We'll have a winner before 6 o'clock.
I wonder, there was a Tina on the line, and she hung up. I'm not sure why.
She got scared.
Well, don't be scared, Tina. We're harmless.
I mean, she heard you talking about your goatee and bailed.
Yeah, maybe that's it. You look like a badass. Just saying. Scary dude.
Who?
Me.
You?
Sure.
To who?
I'm about as harmless as they get.
I mean, yes.
I like the goatee. We're going to keep it for a while.
Well, at least you got it.
At least, I don't know about summertime when it starts getting hot. That might be a problem.
Really?
Sure.
There's people that have beards year-round.
Well, that's fine. They can have beards year-round. Pledge is one of those. You ever try to grow a beard, Minnix?
Try? Sure.
You don't like it?
I don't like it. Once it gets to the itchy stage.
You got to get over that.
See, even last week, I shaved right before we left for New Orleans and didn't think I would shave the entire week. But what was it, Thursday? I just couldn't deal with it anymore, and I shaved.
Well, you had to, right? I mean, I get it. I understand. I still shave every day.
Well, yeah, all around.
All around the beard. Yeah, I shave every day.
And then sometimes you kind of miss. See, sometimes.
What do you mean I kind of miss?
Well, I mean, like
by design.
I remember one time when Rob Thompson was hosting here on the Blitz with me. He came in and his beard was gone and he had a mishap while shaving and it had to all go away.
Well, that could happen. That could happen. But I went out and got a nice little trimmer. And can trim it. And so, because I don't want to get too long and bushy.
Too long and bushy.
Too long and bushy.
All right, so we had a guy call earlier, and he told a great story. He told a great story. I believe this will be his wife.
Really?
Tina, you're on the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hello.
Well, hi, Tina.
Hi.
Do you have any idea what you've been roped into? What was your husband's name?
Michael.
Michael.
Or Mike. I'm not sure how he said.
Yeah.
When I'm mad, I call him Michael, so yeah.
So he's Michael right now, huh?
He's Michael right now.
Uh-huh. All right. And have you ever listened to this show or station? Does he force you to do that, or are you just blind because he said call these guys?
I'm blind because he said call these guys.
All right.
Well, Tina, you need to start listening. It's a great show for the ladies.
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
I'm kind of scared.
So, Tina, tell us about you and Michael in the long road to marriage.
Well, we're fixing to celebrate our 30th in June, and way back when we were looking at rings, I wasn't over the top, but at the same time, we were looking at a ring that was probably about $3,000 to $4,000. And he just kind of was him-hawing, and he said, we just really can't afford that. We just can't afford it.
Uh-huh.
And then literally, maybe it was 1 or 2 days later, he bought over a $10,000 boat.
Wow. Well, you know, if I recall, though, and now obviously you were mad at the time, but if I recall, Mike says that you really like the boat.
Lucky for him, I do like to fish.
Uh-huh.
That's all I got to say.
So what were you mad about?
Because he had just told me we couldn't afford a $3,000 or $4,000 ring, but we could afford an over $10,000 boat. And again, this was 30 years ago.
Sounds like solid logic to me. Priorities,
That's
right?
what I'm talking about.
Is that what you were thinking from the priority standpoint?
You don't want to know what I was thinking.
Well, you enjoyed the boat and you're married 30 years now. Because from what Mike had told us, because let's go back to him being Mike for a moment. He went to the boat show with a relative, right? And the peer pressure of he got a great deal on that boat. He had not yet gotten a great deal on a ring anywhere, right? Is that fair?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, but he thinks all jewelry is a waste of money. So,
Well, you know what? I agree with Mike on that respect. But let me ask you, so Tina, let me ask you a question. So when you remember this, that the boat came before the ring and Michael is still in the doghouse, what, do you just give him a side eye or what do you do?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He gets a side eye. He knows the look.
He knows the look. Wow.
But he knows the look, yeah.
And you bring this up every time he's Michael, right?
Yes. Well, not every time. It's been a while now, but it takes me right back to those emotions like, wow, we couldn't afford that, but we could afford this.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah.
Michael, you'll never live that down,
fun.
buddy. It's always going to be there. Let me ask you a question, Tina. How come women have such good memories when it comes to stuff like that?
That I don't know. I really don't know. But for some reason, we can just regurgitate conversations that happened 30 years ago.
You sure can.
And for some reason, men can't.
Wow.
It's a talent. It's a talent.
It is a talent.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it is.
Uh-huh. See, now on Twitter, at Valerie_Romo just tweeted, says the ring and boat does not equal girl math.
Right. Okay, I get that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. This might decide whether you win this prize or not. What did you guys end up naming that first boat?
Oh my goodness! The boat that I remember the most is Kitchen Pass. Kitchen Pass.
Kitchen Pass, dude.
Yeah. He has to get a Kitchen Pass to go.
You're not helping yourself, Michael.
Missed opportunity. Should have named it Tina's Ring.
No, that's a good one.
Uh-huh.
I let her decide, and she thought that would give her the permission for whether I could go fishing or not. So we were good to go with Kitchen Pass.
Well, so you have to take her with you, right, to go fishing?
Not always.
Oh. Well,
no, he takes my dad a lot, and that's how I got started because he'd call my dad and say, "Hey, I got my Kitchen Pass. How about you?"
Uh-huh.
Nice.
And better than Hall Pass, right?
Yeah.
All right, congratulations, guys. Glad you got some information. Tina, you win the prize here from Dr. Connie Hires Plastic Surgery and Med Spa. 30 units of Botox valued at $350.
Congratulations, y'all.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you.
Yep. Happy anniversary. Happy
Yes.
Valentine's Day or whatever we're celebrating.
Thank
I
you.
forgot. Yeah.
All of the above.
Exactly.
Go buy a new boat, Michael.
30 years in June.
Oh, don't give him any
Go
ideas.
buy a new boat, Michael.
Absolutely.
You've earned it, buddy.
I know. She gets Botox, you get a boat. That's how it goes. And you got to name this one Tina's Ring.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Right? No joke.
Yeah. Awesome.
Have fun, y'all.
Congratulations, guys.
Aw, how sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That nice?
That is.
Yeah.
Girl math. Thanks, Valerie, for that.
Yeah.
That's a term I had not thought of.
Well, it's absolutely true. I
Yep.
guarantee you it's true. So, girl math.
Uh-huh. Pledge is cracking himself up.
Yeah, he is.
He's calling it now Botox.
Boat. Yeah, nice.
Oh, good Lord.
Wow.
Spurs play tonight. Let's talk about it. Coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You know, injuries do happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get straight to an Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to an Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com. That's tsaog.com.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
At Round Table Pizza, our signature ingredients like made-from-scratch dough, our 3-cheese blend, and toppings all the way to the edge create your perfect pizza. Try our new pepperoni, grilled chicken, and bacon pizza, available for a limited time. You can enjoy a large for only $19.99 at participating locations. Plus, pair your pizza with our irresistible shareables. To find your nearest location or to order for pickup or delivery, head to roundtablepizza.com. That's roundtablepizza.com.
You've decided to divorce. I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you're worried about getting the bills paid, childcare, and your divorce, we'll help make it simple, painless, and affordable.
Your future matters. Call the law office of Steve Benke.
Call 210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Hunger striking, snack time calling, it's crunch time. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds brings you the boldest protein-packed crunch you can't resist with mouth-watering flavors like hot honey, sweet barbecue, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Why settle for chips when you can level up your snacking game? Plus, they're low-carb, high-protein, and made for adventurous appetites. Score big flavor today. Grab Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay, things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Want to keep your gas-powered engines running like new? Stable's proprietary formulas are proven by third-party testing to outperform the competition in keeping fuel fresh, preventing corrosion, and cleaning the entire fuel system. With Stable, you can have confidence you are doing the right thing for your engine's long-term health. Just pour into your gas can or fuel tank, then top off with fresh fuel. At every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable. Available where fuel additives are sold.
Confidence starts with feeling great in your own skin. When you look good, you feel good. Get stronger to your core with Dr. Connie Hires Plastic Surgery and Med Spa. From muscle toning to micro needling, call 210-494-8446 or find yourbeautiful.com. You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Transform your water with Connecticut. For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station, $400 off with trade-in, and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Don't wait. Offer ends soon.
Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
Your life, your goals, your legacy. With a dedicated Fidelity advisor, it's all part of a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minnix. Time to get signed up for our spring golf tournament. Presented by Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
That time already,
That
huh?
is.
How about that?
Tee it up April 14th out at the Golf Club of Texas. You can register online now at sasportstar.com. You know, since we started doing a golf tournament, I don't know how many years ago. I mean, years and years and years ago. The price is the same. $400 for a foursome, $120 if you don't have friends and you sign up as an individual. Get signed up now, sasportstar.com. Again, presented by Flight by Yuengling, also brought to you in part by Ancira Auto Group, Slacker Sports Bar and Arcade, Thirsty Horse, Renewal by Anderson, Scissors and Scotch, the Reynoso Agency, Farmers Insurance, and the Roo Pub. We're going to have a after party at the Hangar Bar over there on Petranco.
All right. Looking forward to it.
April 14th. Joe's going to call ahead, pretend he's Bill Taylor, and make sure we have perfect weather.
Of course.
Yep.
I will do that, and white belt will be in tow. That will be happening. That'll be shorts weather by then, too. So my white legs will be included.
What's whiter, your legs or the belt?
Right now, it's close. Yeah, I need to get out a little bit. The weather's been really bad, though, right?
Except for the last week or so.
It's been pretty bad.
Except for the last week or so. It was great in New Orleans. Had all kinds of warmer clothes that we didn't have to wear.
Well, that's absolutely true, but we spent most of that time indoors.
Yep, that we did.
So
that we did.
It's time to get out.
Spurs play tonight against Boston. And quite honestly, I look at tonight's game and I think the only way the Spurs have a chance is if Boston's already in vacation mode since it's the final game before the All-Star break.
Yeah, that's true. And will the Spurs be that way? That's a question. Spurs, look, they won against Washington the other night, but I wouldn't say they look great doing it. Washington just sucks.
Well, they do. I mean, Spurs look good for a couple of three quarters, but I mean, same old problem for the Spurs. Big lead, blow big lead. This one they hung on and won. So many of them, they have it. Now, they are playing Boston. We know Boston is a good team. Washington isn't. And even though the Spurs aren't a great team, I can imagine it's tough to get excited and get up to play Washington. Different story when it comes to the Celtics.
I don't think so. I don't think they have. But like I said, man, you have what you know what they're going to do. Obviously, it's a very make-or-miss league. But we have to go out here and make it as tough as possible on them, on JT, on JB, and then they get everybody else involved. So you make it difficult on those two, and you give yourself a good chance to win.
That's true. Absolutely. You know they got to be a little fired up. I don't care what time of the year it is. It's Boston, the defending champs, right? So you got to get a little fired up. You're in their place, iconic building. I mean, if you're not fired up, you need to find another job.
Well, and again, I mean, it is Boston as well as the Celtics have been playing. The fact that they're only an 8.5-point favorite tonight surprises me.
Are you going to bet them then?
No. But the Aaron Fox did say how important it is to kind of gauge yourself against one of the better teams in the league.
I mean, this is an important one, obviously. And obviously this is one of the better teams in the league, both on the road and at home. But you have to come out here and you know what they're going to do. You know they're going to shoot 53s. You know there's going to be a lot of isolation. So a lot of it has to do with just being able to man up and try to get them off the line as much as possible. But they have an identity and they stick to that.
Well, here's a good idea, Spurs. I'm no coach, but a little free advice from your Uncle Joe.
Here we go.
Don't try to match Boston's 53s. All right, how about that? Yeah, you see them shooting threes, it doesn't mean you have to do the same thing. Just, try to hang in there, score. But you don't have to shoot 53s. Let Boston do that. Get off my lawn. Yeah, well, sure. Just a little free advice.
Unless they're making them. If you're making them, keep shooting them. If you're 1 for 9, maybe stop. But if you're 5 for 8, keep shooting it, Wemby. And I mean, that is part of Wemby's game, and I love that people want to bitch about the number of threes he takes when he has a 1 for 9 night. And nobody bitches when he's 5 of 8, like in the last game, part of it. But a couple things that you want to see, and we are seeing it. And De'Aaron Fox talked about just those two, Wemby and Fox on the court together. Every game, the chemistry is getting better and better.
Oh, well, one, you can throw the ball to the moon. He'll go get it. But, I mean, he's such a dynamic player. I mean, Washington continued to ice us, and Vic's just sitting there shooting warm-up threes. I think he made 3 or 4 in the first quarter. So he's a very unique player, and it definitely takes time to learn to play with someone like that. But at the end of the day, man, he makes the game easier for you both offensively and defensively. So working with that, I mean, it's it's a blessing, but 2, it does take a little bit of time to work on that.
Absolutely. I love what De'Aaron Fox has been able to do. And what has he been here, 3-4 games, something like that? Give him another, 10, 15 games, and I think they'll all be clicking. I really do, just for what he can do. It's going to be interesting to see what happens after the All-Star break. You had a video on Instagram, it's up right now, talking about it's time to bench Chris Paul. And I think there's a lot to that. I've even seen some national stories saying the same thing. I mean, look, love the guy. He's a Hall of Famer. He's all of that, and he's done wonders teaching the Spurs and being that coach. But, I mean, Chris Paul at 41 is not the same Chris Paul at 25, not even close, or even 31 for that matter. And I just think it's time. I don't care what promises were made. The hell with that. Well, you got to play to win now. It's time for the Spurs to start winning basketball games.
I mean, it's the stretch run. You're in the final 30. You've got a chance at being a playoff team. You look at just how damn good Steph Castle has been. And right now, leader in the clubhouse for Rookie of the Year. But his minutes have been sacrificed since De'Aaron Fox has showed up because of Chris Paul.
Yep.
Now, I honestly, I'm torn on the idea of Chris Paul to the bench because Steph Castle has been a great spark off the bench, playing the old school Manu role. And I certainly don't mind that because you need some production from the bench, and he's providing that. But he also needs more than 20 minutes a game, and he should be getting more than 20 minutes a game. I don't want to sacrifice Steph Castle's development because he made a promise to Chris Paul when he got here that he could play. The situation changed when you pulled the trigger on the trade for De'Aaron Fox. That changed everything, and Steph Castle has turned out to be that guy. And so, I know one of the reasons we're told Chris Paul came here, one of the reasons why he didn't want to be traded at the deadline is he came here to play and start. He didn't want to ride the bench and go get a ring. But I don't know what promises were made, but the whole scenario changed when you traded for De'Aaron Fox. And Castle has probably been better than expected in his rookie year. You've got to look at what's best for the future of this team and the chemistry and let those guys go develop together. And if that means Chris Paul gets a reduced role, that's what that means.
Yeah, I mean, it's business, and Chris Paul knows that. He knows that, and he ought to be pushing for it when you see this. And look, Chris Paul, you talk about a spark off the bench. Chris Paul, second unit could use a point guard. The likes of a Chris Paul, I don't think that's an issue, and it shouldn't be an issue. And I think you're absolutely right. I don't think the Spurs thought that Stephon Castle would develop as quickly as he has. I mean, who knew, right? You never know what's going to happen with these guys, but he has come out and he's played well. And in the 20 minutes, he scored 16 points the other night. And look, the Spurs struggled against Washington. You can't sugarcoat that. They did. They were fortunate, and just because they are a little bit better team than Washington, were able to pull away there at the end. But it was a tight game for most of it. The Spurs got out to a big lead early. Washington closes that gap. It was close until late in the fourth quarter when the Spurs finally pulled away. This was no gimme. A 10-point win, yes, but that only happened late in the fourth quarter of that ball game. Other than that, Washington was giving the Spurs everything they could handle.
Boston, San Antonio tonight, 6 o'clock tip on ESPN. And I don't say this very often, but when that game is over, I cannot wait for the Mavericks game tonight. That's also going to be on ESPN. Dallas at home against the Golden State Warriors. And quite frankly, I don't give a damn about the game. I want to see the bad word show that it looks like it's going to be tonight there in Dallas. From what we're seeing on Twitter, they're planning on during timeouts, the entire arena chanting, "Fire Nico."
Yeah, you can't kick everybody out, can you?
Can they?
I don't know.
Will they?
Surely not.
And I'm curious, how is ESPN going to cover this tonight?
Look, if you're ESPN, you have to cover it. Well, you don't have any loyalty to the Dallas Mavericks?
Well, they don't want to get kicked. I mean, there are some timeouts where the TV crew stays there. They don't go to commercial. Do they, go to the commercial and they have, the 10-second music with the, the crowd shots? Are we going to see how much are we going to see of what's going on in the stands tonight? That, to me, must-see television. I cannot wait to watch that tonight just to see what it actually turns into and how the Mavericks and their fans react tonight. When they show the owner on TV, the clip the other night, they were booing him. And this guy so freaking tone-deaf, you could read his lips. He turns to the guy next to him. Are they booing me? Yeah, dude, they are. You're not popular in Dallas right now.
That's just idiotic. I mean, you got to know. I mean, you've heard the noise, right? You've seen the protests. You've seen the signs that say "Fire Nico." I mean, come on, dude. I mean, you're not really that dumb. You can't be that dumb. But if it's a coordinated effort and everybody takes part in that arena, it's going to be interesting to see how, number one, will ESPN show that, which they should, and number two, I mean, there's no way you can kick everybody out. It's just going to be what it is. But there is a petition going around the socials right now. Anybody going to that game tonight, every time out, "Fire Nico," start the chant.
Yeah, crazy.
It's going to be interesting to see, yeah.
Our good friend RJ Ochoa back from New Orleans. The peanut butter and jelly sandwich he got while on Media Row at the Super Bowl. That was his meal choice. We'll talk about it. And the Cowboys.
Yes.
Trade Micah.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
I'm not the only one saying it, apparently.
You're not.
But for much different reasons, though. I disagree completely with Chris Canty's reasoning.
We'll talk about it with RJ Ochoa coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The last couple of days we've been helping you guys out of the doghouse with some wonderful Valentine's presents from Dr. Connie Hires Plastic Surgery and Med Spa. Now, if you didn't win, you can still go to the website, findyourbeautiful.com, or call 210-494-8446 and take advantage of some of their great February specials for her, or you can do something for yourself. Like Joe and I, we've been over there doing the M-Sculpt treatments, which are fantastic.
They really are. It tightens the stomach muscles and burns the fat. And it's been really good, I tell you. And it's a lot of fun, quite frankly, to do it. It's like doing 20,000 crunches at a time, and you can feel the firmness in your belly. So if you want to lose some of that beer belly, fellas, it is a perfect opportunity to do that. Go over and ask about the M-Sculpt. They've got a 15% special going on right now throughout the month of February on M-Sculpt treatments. So find out about it. If you want to go to the website, findyourbeautiful.com, all the stuff is there. We gave away a facial and Botox.
Yep.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg as to what they can do. They can do all kinds of stuff to make you look and feel younger, and more beautiful.
Well, because confidence starts with feeling great in your skin. So, awake lipo, tummy tucks, excess skin removal, muscle toning, all kinds of, you name it, Dr. Connie Hires can do it. Again, use and tell them the Blitz sent you to over there, code word Blitz, when you go to findyourbeautiful.com or go to 210-494-8446. 494-8446 or findyourbeautiful.com.
The Morning Huddle.
Remember Wheatley? Oh, Wheatley. God, R.I.P. Wheatley High. A bunch of Mexicans thought they were black.
What's Health Careers High School?
That's a bunch of Mexicans thought they were white.
The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
In Texas, your spouse can claim alimony after just 10 years of marriage. Do you know your countdown? I guarantee she does. I'm Gary Barton, owner of Barton & Associates, attorneys at law. If you're considering divorce, it's absolutely crucial to understand your options right now. Don't let alimony catch you off guard. Protect what you've built and secure your hard-earned assets. Visit TexasDivorce.com. At Barton & Associates, we focus on navigating the complexities of divorce law to ensure you're not left vulnerable. Divorce is tough, but you have a choice. Take control of the process or allow your spouse to dictate the terms. If you're serious about safeguarding what you have built and your financial future, Barton & Associates is the team for you. We'll act swiftly and decisively, ensuring that you're not taken advantage of. Call Barton & Associates at 210-500-0000. That's 210-5-MILLION. Or visit TexasDivorce.com. That's TexasDivorce.com.
Principal Office, San Antonio. Rock's Discount Vitamins and More wants to thank God and San Antonio for making Rock's the king of supplements. Are you losing weight, building muscle, or just getting healthy? Rock's has you covered. Weight loss and muscle building packages starting at just $75. Plus, get a free in-body scan in 15 seconds with the In-Body 270 analysis. Start tracking your results today. The pros at Rock's know their products, how they work, and what's best for your health and fitness goals. Call 210-342-7625 or visit rocksdiscountvitamins.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
The Blitz is going to Vegas. Come along for an unforgettable Mega March weekend at Circa Las Vegas, March 27th through the 30th for opening day and the second weekend of the tournament. Thursday, March 27th, celebrate the start of the baseball season and watch all the games at the world's largest sports book, plus the ultimate March Hoops experience. Take in the action in the 6 pools and the 143-foot screen at Stadium Swim. Book now and use promo code BLITZ at CircaLasVegas.com and join Jason and Joe at Circa Resort and Casino.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. Babbel is designed with you in mind. From expert-created lessons to conversational video units and even live classes, you can personalize your Babbel experience to be exactly what you need to really learn a new language more easily. Go ahead, set a goal for yourself. Accomplish it with Babbel. Try Babbel for free. Go to BABBEL.com. That's Babbel.com.
I'm at the movies, asking people if they'll switch seats with me for $574.
Here, take mine.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much work.
Not if you call them. They handle the switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Shh. Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings.
Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi. Golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer-dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line golf. Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour, split into 6 teams. Learn more at TGLGolf.com. Tune in every week for TGL matches. Keep up, it's golf.
South Texas, get ready for the ultimate sports talk experience. The one and only Rich Eisen is on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. Every weekday, noon to 2 p.m. With over 20 years of NFL experience, Rich Eisen brings breaking stories, expert analysis, and exclusive interviews with sports legends to your airwaves with unmatched wit, insight, and passion. Catch all the action every weekday, noon to 2 p.m. The Rich Eisen Show, only on 94.1 San Antonio's.
I'm Jason Minnix. RJ Ochoa from bloggingtheboys.com joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line, back from New Orleans, back from the Super Bowl, where he had a fantastic box lunch while at the Superdome, and he chose peanut butter and jelly.
What?
Yeah, it was that or turkey. Those are the two options, and PB&J just sounded right, and I could feel the box. The sandwich was cold, so cold PB&J kind of sounded like the mood. I walked a lot at that point with my suit jacket on and my backpack on, so my back was a little sticky. It hit the spot, I'll say that. It was a good time.
Yeah, nothing screams football like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or a turkey sandwich for that matter. That was kind of lame by the PR folks there at the Superdome.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll tell you what. I know a great man named Will Anderson who loves peanut butter, and you would know that. So you should not be smiting the subjects of peanut butter and football mashed together like this.
The reality is, and what people don't understand, which is why I bring this up, because it's the inside stuff that, people will ask, just the curiosity factor. When you're working a Super Bowl in the media, you go so damn early, and you're there. But it's not like a typical media attended event. There's so many more. There's no way to do like a buffet line. So it's always been box lunches. Now, I've never seen peanut butter and jelly. It normally is like a small submarine sandwich type of deal. And it's a box lunch, and that's basically all you get, because even where you're situated, it's hard to get to like the concourse to even go to a concession stand. So PB&J or nothing, you're taking PB&J.
Yeah, no, exactly. And we had talked about this a lot last week. The wise Jason Minnix counseled me. I never sat in the auxiliary press box before. And so, I mean, I literally had to go, to your point about this is how it is. The bathroom I used was like the public one, like the one that people were using. I had to run in between, plays just like everybody else, wait in line. I should say, just in case there are any nutritionists listening, it was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a bag of chips. There was a pack of grandma's cookies, and there was an apple. But it was a green apple, and those suck.
I happen to like green apples.
Of course you do, but you hate peanut butter.
I'm not a peanut butter guy. I'd have gone for the turkey sandwich.
Put peanut butter on your apple.
I would have gone for the turkey sandwich. That
says a lot about you.
And the green apple.
Out of curiosity, knowing Taylor Swift was in the building and Donald Trump, security getting in, I've had a lot of people ask what that was like.
Honestly, you know this, Jason. I attended Super Bowl 51 in Houston with my dad, with tickets. And that was crazy. I mean, that security line took like an hour. This was pretty fast. Now, my colleague Pete Sweeney and I, we got there pretty early, and we were, pretty specific about it. And we Ubered to the convention center and then took the media shuttle from there to kind of expedite things a little bit. So it really wasn't that bad, but we did get there about noon. So, we gave a pretty strong buffer for those specific reasons.
Interesting stuff. And I know it was a great atmosphere. Philadelphia just rolled. It was never really even close, at least in that first half. What was it like for you watching the Eagles play as dominant a football game as they did?
Yeah, I've thought a lot about this in the days since, and I really wish that I were more bothered, right? Like, I really wish that it had felt like, like your favorite reality show where they have to, like, in a coffin with, like, cockroaches or something like that, and they're just, like, squirming the entire time. It didn't feel like that. I was just really impressed. I mean, it was a seismic beatdown, and watching it with somebody who covers the Chiefs so closely, it was really interesting to kind of get his insight in the entire process. I never watched the game with Pete Sweeney, my coworker, and so it was just impressive. I mean, it was impressive to watch this just kind of megazord tear through what we thought was this indestructible dynasty, and the fans were incredible. From a neutral standpoint, honestly, I mean, it felt like being at a collegiate game. It felt like there was a true home field advantage. That's obviously, I think, part of the effect of being in a domed building, but it was a party, to your point, Joe. I mean, it was an Eagles night just about from the moment the ball initially kicked off.
Yeah, I mean, Kansas City won the coin toss, and it was all downhill from there for those guys. RJ Ochoa from bloggingtheboys.com. Here on the Blitz, a little subdued, probably still a little tired from the trip, so we got to rile them up. Dak Prescott said yesterday he didn't think that they were that far off the Cowboys from where the Eagles are. You mentioned reality show, huh?
Yeah, it's funny. On the subject of reality shows, I was telling my coworker and another coworker of ours last week, because I was getting heat from them for the Cowboys talking. I was like, look, I know who we are. I was like, y'all are Game of Thrones in Succession, but we're the Real Housewives. Like, we're the ones who are really doing the numbers here. You need us in your overall catalog. And on the Dak thing, I trust that you all have played the entire audio because I don't think the quote that you read properly reflects what he was saying. Now, that aside, I still don't think it was wise. I mean, if you're asking me what could Dak have said, I think he probably should have said something like, look, dude, they won the Super Bowl. They're the standard. We're chasing it. And that's pretty, black and white, but I think that's the thing you got to say. And we're at a point right now where, for a lot of reasons, anything that any Cowboy says is going to be met with laughter and finger pointing and vitriol. So it is not necessarily wise for Dak to open his mouth like this. Now, to steal a takeaway, I think, from a friend of mine, David Hillman of Fox Sports, it would have been cool if Dak had, like Joe Burrow last week, said, yeah, we want to chase him, but we need the front office to help us. That felt like Dak, and this is where if I'm disappointed in anything, it felt like Dak spitting the company line. And respect on being the company man, dude, that there's a lot of honor and value in being a good soldier, but, somebody's got to hold these dudes' feet to the fire, and you're one of the only people who can.
Well, it's interesting that you bring up Joe Burrow because he also brought up the fact, and he wasn't prodded, to my knowledge, saying, I'm going to redo my contract because we got a lot of guys we need to pay and keep on this thing. Now, look, Dak has done that before. I'll give him credit for that. I'm sure he'll do it again. But all of those kind of things where if you contrast those two guys, it just seemed like a different conversation completely when it comes to Dak and Joe Burrow.
Yeah, and I think I know that we all have thoughts on Micah Parsons, but even between Dak and Micah, right? Like, Micah's out here today tweeting about getting Myles Garrett. I know y'all's wealth of knowledge on the Ninja Turtles is vast. To me, Micah always has kind of felt like Michelangelo, like the crazy, high energy, younger brother of all the four, whereas Dak is Leonardo, right? Like, he's the calm, steady, metronome leader who always does what Splinter asks. And you know what, Dak, it'd be cool if you were acting a little bit more like Micah. Like, I can't believe that I'm saying that. Like, I would love that. And some people think that doesn't serve a benefit or doesn't really accomplish anything. Like, at this point, man, like, you got to do that. Like, I respect you not wanting to step a toe out of line, and I know that you've been this entire time, but this team is in dire need of help, and you're in dire need of help. And we all, except for Joe, I think, defend you and understand the context of what's happening here. And if you're sick of that, then be vocal about that. If you're sick of that, voice it, because I'm starting to believe that you're fine with it, and I may need to dial back my defense a little bit.
RJ Ochoa, bloggingtheboys.com here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You bring up Micah Parsons. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, rather, you were on, and Joe Reinagel suggested the Cowboys trade one Micah Parsons, and your head nearly exploded. Chris Canty, former Dallas Cowboy, now the host of Unsportsmanlike Mornings on ESPN Radio, said yesterday, quote, "I'm about to say something that goes against everything I believe. Can't believe I'm going here. Can't believe I'm about to say this. The Dallas Cowboys need to trade Micah Parsons." He says because of off-field behavior and changing the culture. Reinagel, you blew him up. What do you have to say about what Chris Canty had to say?
Look, I think that if you are a serious organization, you have conversations about everything, right? So like at some point the question comes up, should we trade Micah? Because you have to ask all questions. And then you very quickly come to the realization, no, this is a horrible idea. I do think it's equivalent to trading Luka Doncic. I mean, he's that talented. He may not be Luka, but it's that level of a superstar that you're talking about. I think if you're going to trade Micah, citing his off-the-field character concerns or whatever is kind of cowardly. I mean, what is there? I mean, you don't like that he does a podcast? Like, that's lame. You know,
well, that's what Canty said.
That's silly. I mean, welcome to the world, dude.
I agree with you there. I agree with that.
You know, like, if Micah had been a knucklehead and got in trouble, then you could certainly make that argument. But as far as his time in the NFL, he has been nothing but an upstanding citizen. He has done nothing but be a great ambassador for the Dallas Cowboys and done nothing but contribute. He has proven that whatever extracurriculars you want to, accuse him of having or being involved with don't affect or impact his abilities as a player. So if that's your reason, I think that you're grasping at straws. I don't. Here's the other thing too. Like, whatever. Forget the filter. If you somehow are at the place where you think trading Micah is wise, and I don't know anyone except Joe and I guess Chris Canty that feel this way, like you want to hand like the goods to this front office, like, you know what I mean? Like, if this was a different team, I can kind of understand that, right? Like, if this was the Cardinals even, right? We'd say like, okay, maybe their front office can take that cap and do something with it. But do you really trust the Cowboys to be given a treasure chest and do anything but piss it all away? No. I mean, so I in no way want to get rid of the best player on the team.
Well, and look, I disagree with Chris Canty and the culture thing, although, we get mad at Micah sometimes when he does throw some teammates under the bus occasionally on his podcast. That is not cool, but I disagree completely with Canty's reasonings. For me, RJ, if you've got to kick the tires as far as I'm concerned, because you look at what the Cowboys are stuck with, and I know you love Micah Parsons. I do too. I think he's a great player. You got Dak Prescott carrying a huge load. I'm sure he's going to restructure his contract. If Jerry does that, pushes it down the line, we'll get the credit card lecture for the next 5 years. That's fine and good. But if you get a treasure trove, you have to trust the Cowboys to do something with that, and you have to at least throw it out there and say, what can I get for this guy? And if you can get a Herschel Walker-type trade that led the Cowboys to 3 Super Bowls back in the 90s, I think you absolutely have to consider trading Micah Parsons, not to mention the fact is you're going to take $35, $36, $40 million off of your books per year.
Again, I just think that you're living too much in hypothetical land. Like, even in a hypothetical world where you do get this treasure trove, those are just assets. I mean, think about all the teams we've seen in recent history over the last kind of decade trade out of the number 1 or number 2 overall pick. That's not quite apples to apples, but just kind of think about it. In 2012, was it the Rams that moved down with Washington in the RJ trade? Did the Rams turn into this monster because they had this treasure trove of talent? No. In 2016, the Rams moved up with the Titans in 2016 after they had landed the number 1 overall pick for a second year in a row. Did the Titans turn that into anything by having this treasure trove of talent? No. I mean, even the Eagles, who are incredibly wise and incredibly astute, I mean, they're the one team who can kind of do that, but they're moving around and dancing and being aggressive here, there, wherever. They're not sitting still once they get their treasure trove. So, I mean, the idea makes sense, again, on some very small level, but you're giving it to you're giving like, a PS5 controller to a monkey, and you're saying like, go play the game. You know what I mean? They have no idea what they're doing here. Like it doesn't hold the same level of value to them as it would anybody else.
So, in other words, it's a good idea, except for this front office would screw it up, so you've got no confidence. So, in other words, keep Micah, pay him, let him have that drama, because you just don't want the front office to have nice toys that they're going to mess up.
I agree with all that, except for it's not a good idea. It's a bad idea, but, it becomes a slightly less bad idea in the hands of adults. You know what I mean? In the hands of these children, it's an even more terrible idea because they're going to do nothing with it. I mean, again, if we see some evidence, then I'll tolerate these discussions. And it's like the Ashton Genty at 12 thing. Like, that's a terrible idea for different reasons. But if you go out and you spend in free agency, then, hey, we have some room for discussion here. But if you keep operating the way you are, all of this is a terrible idea. The avenue in which this team is going to acquire good players is so small and so finite, and you have one of the very best players in the NFL right now. The odds of there being a positive return on investment are minimal in my mind.
Well, the problem is exactly what you're talking about. If the Cowboys can't do that and they get a treasure trove, what the hell are they going to do with Micah? I mean, they're not going to do anything with him either, RJ. So welcome to 7-10 for the next 5 years. I mean, honestly, if you don't trust the Cowboys with the treasure trove that they might get for a Micah Parsons, what makes you think they're going to do anything with the 10 draft picks they have this year or anything they want to do free agent-wise? So, it's the way you put it out there, so the Cowboys are screwed either way.
Look, it's funny you bring up the number 10 and draft picks together because in 2021, when Dallas drafted Micah, they moved back from 10 to 12 in the first round.
There was a reason for that.
Well, the reason was the corners they liked to win. Patrick Surtain was gone, and
they
JC
got
Horn
lucky
was gone.
with Micah.
They got lucky, but when they moved down, they picked up an extra third-round pick. They had 10 picks, all right? And that night, I mean, everything we were saying on our live shows and everything everyone was saying on the internet was there is no way that this team is going to draft 10 times. They're going to use this ammunition. They're going to move up. They're going to jump up in the third round. They're going to jump up in the fourth round for these guys they like. Maybe get a second-round pick. You know what they did? They sat there and they picked 10 times. They are not an aggressive team. And so this idea that they're going to become one is foolish.
Well, then again, that's what I said. They're screwed either way. Trade Micah, keep him. Either way, they're screwed.
They're screwed as much as they like where they are, and that's ridiculous. But, this whole topic is relevant. I'm sure you each saw and have discussed already CeeDee Lamb's thoughts on this that he tweeted out on today. And I don't have any issues with CeeDee, obviously, but CeeDee said, and I'm paraphrasing here, like, aren't y'all sick of this? Like, talking about the report he was referencing was the idea that Micah could be traded, exactly what you're kind of proposing. And, yeah, we're sick of it, CeeDee, but this report didn't come from Joe Reinagel or Jason Minnix or RJ Ochoa. Like, we're not throwing this chum in the water. This report came from NFL media and Ian Rappaport because they were fed it by somebody. Somebody within the Cowboys wants to stir this pot, this cauldron of chaos. And so that just happened 3 days ago. And so if you think that they're going to like flip in maturity levels and say, okay, well, let's move him and we're going to be really smart and efficient now with our draft picks and how we go about operating things, it isn't we're screwed no matter what, sort of disposition. It's my mom used to say when I was a bit more of a knucklehead and she would be talking to my aunts or somebody, she would say, I know what I have. And it's I know what we have sort of situation. This organization puts limits on themselves. And so I'm afraid to dream. And I don't think that that's, unfair based on everything we've seen.
Sad part is that conversation your mom had with your aunt was at Sunday's Super Bowl party.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yesterday.
Cauldron of Chaos might be a good podcast name for the Cowboys offseason on your Blogging the Boys channel there. I think you might be on to something. RJ Ochoa, bloggingtheboys.com. I know it's been a great season having you on, and we'll hit you up as Cowboys are making news throughout the offseason because I don't know what you're going to do at 4:30 every Wednesday now, but I imagine a peanut butter and jelly sandwich will be involved.
Either that or the driving range, but it's wonderful. I consider you both great friends and people who I still continue to learn from. I love this radio station with my entire heart, and I owe quite literally my entire career to it. And so it was a great thrill being here. I love you all, and shout out to Jelly Roll, Joe's best friend.
Yes. You've heard the story, right, RJ? You want me to tell you again?
I was literally there the 6 times that you said it the day after. So,
yeah, exactly. RJ Ochoa, always appreciate it, my friend. We'll catch up soon. RJ Ochoa on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com. So you ran into Jelly Roll, huh?
I did. You haven't heard that story?
I haven't. not in the last 30 minutes. Well, I might need to hear it again.
I'll have to tell you again. It's quite the story. Me and Jelly Roll, I think we're like we bonded in the bathroom.
In the bathroom while you were washing your hands.
Yes.
With hard water.
Yes, with hard water. Because they certainly didn't have a Connecticut quality water softener in that bathroom that we were in New Orleans. But they should. Everybody should have a Connecticut quality water softener in their house. And you wash your hands, they're going to be crystal clean. Perfectly clean. Look, Connecticut's been serving San Antonio for over 50 years. It is the most popular water softener on the market. And I'll be honest with you, I've told you this before if you've listened to this, because I didn't think there'd be that much difference. But I get the Connecticut quality water softener, and it's unreal, the difference between a Connecticut and just another water softener. It is unreal. The difference is enormous. I'm softer and cleaner when I get out of the shower. My clothes are softer and cleaner when they get out of the washing machine. Everything is better. The dishes are better. It's just a fantastic product. It is the best in the business. Doesn't run on electricity. You don't plug it into anything. But it does provide soft water 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And for a limited time, the fine folks at Connecticut are going to give you, for free, a reverse osmosis drinking station, and they'll install it right there at your kitchen sink. Also to give you $400 off with your trade-in of your old water softener, and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. You don't want to wait. This offer is too good to last too long. So call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. The number you call, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle, sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your sunroof is closed first before driving through the car wash.
Whoa, 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 no, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery. Ends President's Day. Exclusively to Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
There are some things you wouldn't mind being stuck with, like a large unexpected inheritance. An always on the verge of death phone that has to be plugged in just right so it charges is not one of those things. Switch to Verizon and we'll pay off your old phone, up to $800 via prepaid MasterCard, so you can get a new one. Just trade in any phone from our top brands on any unlimited plan. With new line on my plan. Additional terms apply for trade-in and pay off your phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
If you're tired of drinking the same old beer, good news for you, friends. Karbach Brewing has you covered. They've got something for everybody in their lineup. No matter what you like, they can improve on what you've been drinking. Whether it's a Hopadillo, a Love Street, or a Crawford Bock, they've got something for everybody. And Karbach has one of the leading IPAs in San Antonio, Hopadillo IPA, an iconic Texas IPA packed with the bitterness of hops from around the world that the hop monster craves. And one of Karbach's leading brands, the top seller in San Antonio, in fact, is the Love Street Blonde. It's a state of mind, a San Antonio state of mind. It's a Kolsch-style blonde, hopped delicately with floral German hops. This beer has the clean malt profile that you're looking for. And if you're used to drinking cerveza, they've got that as well. The Karbach Cerveza Especial is right for you. Like I said, something for everybody. And when you're in Houston, make sure you go check out the brewery, check out all the beers they have on tap. But while you're here in San Antonio, you want to try something new, why don't you try out a Karbach?
Looking to sculpt, tighten, or refresh? Dr. Connie Hires Plastic Surgery and Med Spa does it all. Awake lipo, tummy tucks, fat reduction, microneedling, and more.
Thinking about implants for your wife? Dr. Hires specializes in breast augmentation for women and reductions for both men and women. Get the results you want with expert care. Call 210-494-8446 or go to findyourbeautiful.com to start your transformation today. Use code word BLITZ for exclusive discounts.
Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song.
April breeze, give me my biggest tax refund, please. You, me, and a lifetime accuracy guarantee.
And now get $100 just to try Jackson Hewitt. Does your tax person do that?
Say goodbye to that no guarantee tax guy.
Ready to sail through tax season? Go to Jackson Hewitt and you'll be limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Spurs are back in action tonight. They take their 23-28 record into the final game before the All-Star break. Spurs are going to battle the Celtics in Boston. Tip-off there is set for 6 o'clock tonight. The game will be televised on ESPN. Well, former Texans OC Bobby Slowick's got a job today. He's joining the Miami Dolphins as their senior passing game coordinator. What is that?
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minnix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minnix. Glad to have you along here on a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, happy hump day, everybody.
Happy hump day, but Joe's not humping today.
Not humping today. We are under construction, and according to Jacob Eric on our YouTube channel, we can't skip steps. We're building something new, and we can't skip steps. That was funny, Jacob. That was very funny. But I promise you, I won't take as long as the Spurs have taken not skipping steps. It will be done much before that.
A hump day rebuild.
A hump day rebuild. Look, how long have we been doing the hump day? 2 years?
At least.
I would say, something like that. Doing it the same way. I just thought, look, it's time for something new. And I appreciate all the love, everybody looking for it and saying keep doing it, and we will in some form or fashion.
You just need to get creative.
I just want to get a little creative, do something different, just, selfishly for me.
For you.
Sure.
You were bored
I can
with
sit
it?
Hump day! Right? I could do that in 4 or 5 times an hour.
Uh-huh.
Well, there's got to be something more creative, and I'll think of it.
Okay. Suggestions at Joe Reinagel 210.
Maybe we'll do a hump day with the Geico lizard voice. Hump day. Hump day, everybody. It's a hump day. Be stealing my lucky charms. Hump day. Happy hump day. Yeah.
So last week, Paige Bronick sat down in front of us. Top of the hour.
Uh-huh.
And you didn't want to scream hump day in front of Paige.
No.
And I think that was a missed opportunity.
You think so?
We could have got her to do hump day with us.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
You think she would have?
I think she's pretty willing. I would imagine she would have a lot of fun. And the video of that, because, you get into it and – you're speaking that through your chest. I think we missed a golden opportunity. You could have humped with Paige.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, missed opportunity. That's the story of my life.
Claymore says no need to change it.
Yeah.
Renee is very sad. We've got a new one. All these, I'm assuming it's one guy that has been Joe Reinagel, misspelled your name. He's in there as Pledge, which isn't really Pledge.
No.
And now it's Minnix completely misspelled because he dropped an N like it's Riley. No, there's 2 N's, but he's got 3 X's.
Whoa, a little triple X rating
exactly.
there. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
How about that?
That ain't me either. He wants to do Wrestle Day.
Wrestle Day. Well, I'm worried about whoever this is has been saying.
Got to be A.J. Hoffman at the house right now.
Well, it could be, but he's been saying a lot about wrestling. So he's either a big wrestling fan or he wants to get close to everybody. I'm not sure. Could be both. I'm softer. What?
I credit you getting through that Connecticut commercial without laughing.
What?
Did you not hear what you said?
What did I say?
Me and Pledge were dying.
I'm softer and cleaner.
What did you say? Something like you're always soft in this show.
I'm softer and cleaner. Yes, I am softer and cleaner when I get out.
Yeah, but Pledge is going to take that and drop off the cleaner.
Well, I should have, but I kind of chuckled when I said it and realized what I said. But it's true. It is true.
Not something that most people brag about.
What, I'm softer. You don't like soft skin?
That's not what it sounded like, and that's not what Pledge or anybody else heard.
Well, I'm softer. Well, you and Pledge have your minds in the toilet.
You didn't say softer skin. You left out the word skin. That was very important there.
It depends on how cold the water is. I don't want a big, long thing down there. I'm just saying. See, you two guys have your minds in the gutter. That's your
you
problem.
said yourself you chuckled when you heard the words coming out of your mouth. Where is your mind?
I wasn't thinking about that.
Yes, you were.
I was thinking about my silky, soft skin.
I'm glad that's where that went.
That's it. Yeah, silky and soft.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you do these live spots, and I love doing them, obviously, for the fine sponsors that we have. But it's live.
Yeah.
So you never know what is going to come out of your mouth. Although I have a pretty good rub. Yeah, exactly. I'm softer. Oh, my goodness.
It's hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Well, congratulations, Mike. He's got a lot of time to kill, doesn't he?
You knuckle down and go a little harder.
Yeah. You can work on that for a year, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, and I wonder how shoddy is going to be on the radio station. What kind of interview is Shoddy?
I think Shoddy's going to be great.
You think so?
I mean, that's the best part of the hire. Talking with Brian Schottenheimer is fantastic. That guy, now granted, nobody has actually interviewed him on the radio.
No.
As the head coach of anything. But Shoddy, that time we were talking to him in Oxnard, when he was just Shoddy, the offensive coordinator, we didn't know what the hell he was doing. He was great. Weekly press conferences. I don't know why, because he didn't call plays, but he had them. He was great. He won the press conference.
Now he's a head coach, though.
He's not going to turn into a robot like Jason Garrett.
I don't know. Look, I thought Mike McCarthy was pretty insightful. I mean, but there's certain things as a head coach that you may not be able to say that you were able to say as just a coordinator. And a lame one at that. I mean lame duck. I'm not saying he's lame. You know what I mean? The guy was a lame duck. He didn't call plays.
I don't know what you mean. He clearly not a lame duck. He propelled not calling plays into a head coaching job.
Well, it's Jerry Jones, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm selfish. I am hoping that Shoddy wants to do those in the afternoon.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, they were in the afternoon forever with Jason Garrett, 4:30. It was in his schedule. Mike McCarthy liked to do all the media before anything got started, so he didn't have any, I haven't seen them, man. They're in the training room. I'll update you later, right? And he did them on Friday, so he didn't have to react to the game. I mean, it was a bet move by Mike McCarthy.
So you think he should do it on Monday and in the afternoon?
Jason Garrett every Monday at 4:30 when we started this. That's the way it was.
Yeah, but I didn't like Jason Garrett's practice schedule. So I don't want to go back to that.
In training camp?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like Mike McCarthy's training schedule.
Trust me, I like that.
Yes.
Claymore says, when are you guys interviewing Schottenheimer?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is a great question. We've asked, and we were told no. And honestly, and I don't know this, I don't want to put words into the mouth of Cowboy PR. The day he did his press conference, we were hoping to get him on that day, and we were told we'll see how the day goes.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done any media since that day. And quite frankly, my guess is because the reaction was so damn negative of his hire that they're just letting it kind of die down. I did not see or hear that he was at all in New Orleans at the Super Bowl. I know Jerry was there. Quite frankly, I don't even know if Steven was there. I didn't see anything with Steven. We were with one of the Cowboys PR guys Thursday night at the cigar party. Helped get him in. And I know he was there with Jerry, who flew down for the honors, and then I did see Jerry at the game, but I never saw Steven or anybody else with Cowboys brass there. So if they were there, they kept a very low profile, which is very unlike the Cowboys. Now, some players were there. Dak was at the party we were at on Friday night.
Yep. Tyreek Hill was at that party as well.
Yep.
So there were some players there for sure. But, they and I was thinking about this today driving to work. We're in Vegas. Jerry had a big Super Bowl party.
Yep.
He didn't have one in New Orleans.
Well, Jerry doesn't normally have a Super Bowl party. That Super Bowl party he had last year in Vegas was for two reasons. It was the first ever Super Bowl party or Super Bowl in Las Vegas, and it was Las Vegas. But Jerry doesn't have an annual Super Bowl party like what we went to in Vegas.
Well, I think he should.
Well, I think he should, too, because it was a hell of a party. And trust me, I asked. Hey, I haven't seen anything about Jerry's Super Bowl party. Although I do want to say going to see Jelly Roll and Stapleton and Trombone Shorty was better.
I don't know.
We could have pre-gamed at Jerry's.
We could have, and I got a very nice pair of Oakley sunglasses out of that deal.
You did. Renee says, y'all said he was a good interview and never heard it.
Well, I'm not sure.
We didn't say that we did an interview with him. We have talked to Brian Schottenheimer, just talking with him.
And we played sound bites from his
press conference.
When he had it. So,
but he's never done an interview with us. But we have shot the breeze with Shotty in the ocean breeze of Oxnard, California.
Yes, absolutely.
Good dude. Didn't ever look at him and think, that guy's going to be a head coach one day.
Never did we do that.
And of course, now that all the coaching jobs are filled, the grades are out.
Yeah.
No surprise where the Cowboys are graded. We'll talk about it coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. I want to take a moment to talk to you about Cerebral.com. You ever scroll through social media, find yourself just bombarded by bad news, bad takes, picture-perfect families, people with their humble brags. Hard not to get wrapped up in how everyone else is doing. Imagine how you'd feel if you spent just 45 minutes focused on how you are doing. That's where Cerebral.com comes in. They make it easier than ever to access dedicated therapists and doctor-prescribed medication that's personalized to you. And the best part, Cerebral offers in-network care so you can focus on feeling better without worrying about the cost. 72% of people say they have felt better in just 12 weeks. Making sure you're taking care of your mental health, something that I've become a lot more aware of as my daughter is going through getting her degree right now to be a therapist, and she's actually seeing clients and telling me some of what she is learning and going through with her current internship. That's why, it's very important to make sure you're taking care of that part of your life. And Cerebral makes mental health care easy, accessible, and more affordable, and you can do it from the comfort of your home, whether you just need therapy, psychiatric care, or both. Cerebral connects you with expert clinicians. Take that first step today and go to Cerebral.com. They're proud to be an official sponsor of the San Antonio Spurs, and like athletes prioritizing their physical health, mental health is just as important, and Cerebral is here to help you build a strong foundation for your overall well-being. Go to Cerebral.com to see how affordable and accessible mental health care can be with insurance. Cerebral. Make time for mind time.
In Texas, your spouse can claim alimony after just 10 years of marriage. Do you know your countdown? I guarantee she does. I'm Gary Barton, owner of Barton & Associates, attorneys at law. If you're considering divorce, it's absolutely crucial to understand your options right now. Don't let alimony catch you off guard. Protect what you've built and secure your hard-earned assets. Visit TexasDivorce.com. At Barton & Associates, we focus on navigating the complexities of divorce law to ensure you're not left vulnerable. Divorce is tough, but you have a choice. Take control of the process or allow your spouse to dictate the terms. If you're serious about safeguarding what you have built and your financial future, Barton & Associates is the team for you. We'll act swiftly and decisively, ensuring that you're not taken advantage of. Call Barton & Associates at 210-500-0000. That's 210-5-MILLION. Or visit TexasDivorce.com. That's TexasDivorce.com.
Principal Office, San Antonio.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Looking to sculpt, tighten, or refresh? Dr. Connie Hires Plastic Surgery and Med Spa does it all. Awake lipo, tummy tucks, fat reduction, microneedling, and more.
Thinking about implants for your wife? Dr. Hires specializes in breast augmentation for women and reductions for both men and women. Get the results you want with expert care. Call 210-494-8446 or go to findyourbeautiful.com to start your transformation today. Use code word BLITZ for exclusive discounts. You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo. Take the guesswork out of buying and selling your home with Orchard. Hi, Jason Minnix here from 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Will your home sell in time? Which upgrades are worth it? Can you keep your home show ready with a busy life? Orchard has all the answers. With Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, you can buy your new home before selling your old one. It's simple. Orchard gives you an equity advance, unlocking cash to buy your new home first. That's right, you don't have to wait for your old place to sell. You can move in right away. And no more rushing out for showings or constant cleaning because Orchard sells your old home after you've settled into your new home. Orchard even handles repairs and improvements at no out-of-pocket cost to you. Their local pros know which upgrades bring you the most money, so you sell for top dollar. Buy before you sell and skip the selling hassles with Orchard. Start your free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
This is the home of the Aggies, and this is Andrew Monaco. You're locked on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minnix. Thursday, the Blitz live at the Roo Pub, 281 and Redland Road.
Always a good time out there. And it's, what is it, Desperation Day?
It's a new term that we have recently learned.
Yes.
So maybe you guys have heard this before, maybe not. But, yeah, apparently the day before Valentine's Day is called Desperation Day.
Is that for the guy or the girl? Or
yes,
both?
Yes.
Both?
Yes.
All right.
I mean, it could, I mean, Pledge, the single guy amongst us, is all excited not only for tonight but for tomorrow night because Desperation Days, you're just trying to make sure you got a date for Valentine's Day. So Pledge is dressed. He's going out tonight. He's going out Thursday night and hoping to, I don't know, do you pre-buy a teddy bear and chocolate just in case you land a date for Valentine's Day? So you make sure you've got something on the hook before you do all that. You're just hoping to spend that money.
Look at that. He's hoping to spend. Well, there's plenty of tents set up around the city where you can get balloons and flowers in a box or a glass.
A
glass. A glass. Well, I meant to say, I was trying to say a case and glass and a class.
I didn't know women like glasses.
Well, I'm just saying,
No,
with
but
a
they
rose
do like
in
class.
It. Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, they like. Well, depends.
Yeah.
Depends on the woman.
Here we go.
But well, good luck, Pledge. Happy hunting, ladies. Pledge will be out hunting tonight. He'll be out.
Worst comes to worst. What was her name up in Austin? They had the handcuffs.
Oh, wow. That's right.
Haven't heard from her in a
Have
while.
not heard from her in a while.
Apparently, Pledge didn't perform well.
Or Pledge broke her heart.
One of the two.
Yeah.
One, maybe both.
Could be.
Yeah, poor performance broke her heart. Coaching, every job is filled now that Lil Kellen Moore is the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. You think about Kellen Moore becoming a head coach, and for that matter, Brian Schottenheimer, now a head coach. Think about this little nugget. Kellen Moore did not appear on one ballot for assistant coach of the year. Not one.
That's surprising.
A little surprising, I suppose. Then you think about there's 50 ballots. They all go 5 deep. And he did not get one vote. Vic Fangio did. He actually finished 4th. 17 total assistants did receive votes. Now, to be fair, Nick Sirianni didn't get any nod for Coach of the Year.
Well, nobody likes that guy. That's why.
That's true. And it is a regular season award. Now, Brian Schottenheimer also did not receive any votes for Assistant Coach of the Year, but that's not a surprise because nobody knew what the hell that guy did since he was a non-play calling offensive coordinator.
Can't believe that. That's shocking.
But the grades, if you will, for all 7 hires this year, the Chicago Bears hired Ben Johnson. They got an A+.
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 Now, see, it depends on where you're looking. I'm looking at CBS Sports, and they give him an A-.
I'm looking at what Pledge emailed us as the producer of the show.
I'm sure everybody's got their own grades,
Yeah,
but
well, I mean,
either way, he gets an A.
Yeah, Ben Johnson, A+ hire, home run hire.
All right.
The New England Patriots with Vrabel. This is an A-. That too, a home run hire. Aaron Glenn with the Jets, I thought was a home run hire, but what I'm looking at gives him a B+.
Look, I don't mind a B+.
Sure. I was happy. C for continue. Pete Carroll with the Raiders only gets a B.
Only a B.
Liam Cohen with the Jags gets a B.
Okay.
Kellen Moore with the New Orleans Saints. C+.
C+. They've got him with a B+ on CBS. Just saying.
Shoddy gets a D.
That's the only thing we agree on.
For Dallas.
Hey, that's funny. That's the only thing that that the website I'm looking at and the one you've got agreed on.
Pledge, where did you pull these?
That should be, I believe, the score.
All right.
So there you go. They all agree on Shoddy, though. A D.
That's for Dallas.
Is that what it is?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, big D in Dallas.
Big D. You know, again, Shoddy, I'm sure he's a fine coach. And I have no doubt that he is. He comes from a great family history of coaches. Problem is, it's taken a long time and nobody else has hired him. Now, he claims that he's had some opportunities and just didn't take them. Not sure if I believe that or not.
I don't know that he said he didn't take them. He had opportunities and didn't
he just
get
didn't
them.
get hired.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was giving the guy a benefit of the doubt.
You don't ask Kellen Moore. You get offered a head coaching job, you don't turn it down.
Yeah, right, but Kellen Moore is, what, I don't know, 30 years younger, 25 years younger than 20 years? I don't know.
Give or take.
What is Shoddy, 50?
Math is hard.
50?
Math is hard.
He's younger than Shoddy.
Yes.
Okay, by a significant amount.
And in football years, that's like dog years.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm anxious to see what happens, and especially we'll go right to the top with the guy that everybody thinks was the home run of all home runs in Ben Johnson. How's he going to do? Great coordinator, but not everybody makes that jump from coordinator to head coach. And I think of all the teams that hired new coaches, I think Ben Johnson has the most winningest team. How do I say that? Team that's ready to win the most.
Yeah, it's interesting because the biggest problem that the Bears have is look at their division. I mean, you've got Detroit, you've got Green Bay, you've got Minnesota. They've got talent there, and they've got a lot on that roster. So, yeah, he should have the players to compete, but do you expect a major drop-off from Detroit? Green Bay looks like they're on the rise. I don't know what to make of Minnesota because I don't know what they're going to do at quarterback. This year, Minnesota was a big surprise because Sam Darnold played better than we've ever seen Sam Darnold play as an NFL quarterback, but they were ready to roll with a rookie in J.J. McCarthy. So Minnesota is very much a wild card in that division with how good are they going to be because it's all going to be dependent on their quarterback play. So I don't know right now if the Bears are the third best team in that division or the fourth best team in that division because I still think they're trailing Detroit and Green Bay.
Well, I don't think there's any question that Detroit and Green Bay are the class of that division. What are you going to do with Darnold? Do you sign him back and give McCarthy some time to ease back in? I mean, the guy got hurt, never played it down in the NFL. He got hurt in preseason. So, he's still very raw when it comes to the NFL life. So it'll be interesting to see him. Or does somebody offer Darnold something that Minnesota's just not willing to match?
I wonder if you franchise tag Darnold, and you can afford to do that because you still have McCarthy on a rookie deal. Again, it's going to be very fascinating to see what happens in Minnesota because when you look at available quarterbacks, you got Russell Wilson. Who the hell knows about Justin Fields? Aaron Rodgers is going to be in play. Kirk Cousins is going to be in play. You still have Danny Dimes in play.
Danny Dimes, I forgot about him.
But he's going to be in play, looking for a home. So you look at the Bears, and you would think they're set up for the most success, but they've got a lot of roadblocks. I look at Liam Cohen. What is he going to be able to do with Jacksonville? You look at a team that has been extremely disappointing, but they've got the quarterback. They've got a lot of talent there. Can Liam Cohen put it all together? I mean, Jacksonville went out and hired a guy that had won a Super Bowl in Doug Peterson, thinking that would make the difference, and it didn't. So who knows? Jets got to figure out quarterback.
They do.
Patriots have a quarterback.
I think the Patriots are set up to have some success in that division this year.
That's where I'm going. I mean, everybody's looking at the Bears and Ben Johnson. Vrabel might be the fastest to having a successful program.
Could be because, look, Drake May was playing pretty good football at the end of the year. So that kid's only going to get better. They need to add some things to that football team. But Vrabel brings that thing that everybody's looking for, and that's culture. Because this guy's going to come in there, and it's going to be his way. He's a player. The players are going to respect. And so, yeah, you're right. I think New England's got to be put in there where we should see dramatic improvement in that team under Vrabel's leadership.
And you look at that division, Miami, a big-time wild card. Who knows? But they've added Bobby Slowick as their passing game coordinator.
Senior passing game coordinator.
Who's the junior?
I don't know.
But again, you never know with Miami. They got all the talent. They have a ton of talent on both sides. Miami should be better. New England, you still got Buffalo, but New England should be in that mix. Saints, I feel bad for Lil Kellen Moore because I think he's set up to fail. The cap hell, question marks on their quarterback who doesn't seem like Derek Carr is willing to do anything with his contract to restructure. He has a no trade clause. Even if they do trade him, what are they going to get in return? The rest of their roster, their salary cap situation, Kellen Moore is in a bad spot, a really bad spot for his first head coaching job.
You know, it'd be interesting, though, and one possibility, and I'm just kind of spitballing now, but why wouldn't Derek Carr maybe want to go to the New York Jets and be reunited there with Devontae Adams.
Except for Devontae Adams might want out.
Well, he might, but if Derek Carr's coming there, he might not.
Again, I mean, that's why this offseason is going to be fascinating because you have 7 teams with new head coaches. You've got a lot of unhappy players, a lot of bad contracts, people wanting to go in different directions. And I'm trying to remember the last time there were this many, I don't know, quarterbacks, franchise-type quarterbacks that could be in play. Some of them are older, and are they bridge guys like a Kirk Cousins and an Aaron Rodgers? Sam Darnold, and hell, I mean, is anybody going to give Jameis Winston a chance, or is that guy saying, you know what, this weekend in New Orleans was a lot of fun. My future is with a microphone in my hand. Because he won the Super Bowl.
But I don't think you get a Jameis Winston as your starter necessarily. I think if you bring Jameis Winston in, you're looking at him as a backup and a quality backup. If something happens to your quarterback, then you've got Winston there. I just think he was too erratic last year that anybody's going to bring him in to, lead their football team from the get-go.
It's true, but in his mind, he thinks he's a starter.
Well, sure, of course, and I appreciate that.
But I mean, he accepted the backup role when he had to, and give him a ton of credit. But my goodness, that guy needs to be on TV a lot more.
He's a funny guy.
Everything I saw this weekend or last weekend in New Orleans, that dude was fantastic. And the crowd, we saw it on Radio Row. The crowd that was following him was incredible.
Yep. No, I think he's going to be just fine in the TV world. And a guy like Travis Kelce is going to be great in the TV world. But it's going to be a fascinating offseason. The Dallas Cowboys number 1, but there are a lot of teams out there that have some questions to answer, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
It is going to be a lot of fun. Mavericks game tonight should be interesting on ESPN right after the Spurs game because of all the Fire Nico chants that the crowd, apparently they're trying to organize to chant Fire Nico immediately as timeouts begin. Spurs have the Celtics tonight. You want to watch those games and add a little bit more excitement to what you're watching, make sure you download the Underdog app and play the Pick'em game. Underdog is one of the leading sports apps, and you can play in the great state of Texas. You want to win up to 1,000 times your money? Well, you can with Underdog. You can play with as little as $1, and if you get everything right on your Pick'em entry, you could win up to 1,000 times your money. Turn $1 into 1,000 with your hoops knowledge, and it's great. I love playing the Pick'em game where you pick higher or lower on predicted stats, points, three-pointers, assists, rebounds, you name it, create your own entry. Millions of fans have already won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Their app has over 100,000 five-star reviews and millions of players, including me, love playing on Underdog. Download the Underdog app. Sign up now. Use promo code STAR to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Join in on the fun when you sign up. Claim your special offer today and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly upon your first deposit. Again, use promo code STAR when you sign up at Underdog.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona and Massachusetts, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. In Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, the NBA first half of the season winding down. Celtics and Spurs, we'll talk about it.
And is it ever too early to start talking football for next year? We'll take a look at the odds going into the 2025 season. Party starts at 6. Don't be late.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Rock's Discount Vitamins and More wants to thank God and San Antonio for
making Rocks, the king of supplements. Are you losing weight, building muscle, or just getting healthy? Rocks has you covered. Weight loss and muscle building packages starting at just $75. Plus, get a free in-body scan in 15 seconds with the In-Body 270 analysis. Start tracking your results today. The pros at Rocks know their products, how they work, and what's best for your health and fitness goals. Call 210-342-7625 or visit rocksdiscountvitamins.com.
America's Diamond has never sold lab-grown diamonds, and we warned our clients, friends, and neighbors that wholesale prices would crash to almost nothing. 2-carat GVS2 lab-grown diamonds are currently being traded at wholesale for $264, but some jewelers are still selling them online for $3,000 to $4,000. Repeat, wholesale $264, retail $3,000 to $4,000. Some retailers are selling 1-carat lab-grown diamonds for under $300, and others are giving them away for free with purchase. Lab-grown diamonds are very easy to detect with gemological equipment. Tens of millions of carats are produced in huge factories in China and India, using a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity supplied by coal-burning power plants. America's Diamond has only offered traditional, real, natural earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Wow! Most cars and pickup trucks can have a ceramic film installed by the experts at Mother's Window Tint starting at just $199. That's an incredible price. If you shop around, you'll find that competitors charge hundreds of dollars more. Plus, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Mother's Window Tint offers up to 60 different film options to fit all price ranges. Since 1984, Mother's Window Tint has been known as the home of the tint and alarm special. If you're looking to enhance your vehicle security to the highest level, visit Mother's Window Tint today, where security systems start at just $3.99. Call us at 210-496-3454. That's 210-496-3454. Or visit us online at motherswindowtint.com. And remember, do it at Mother's and save!
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson, and I've represented folks here in San Antonio injured by negligent drivers for more than 30 years. If you or a family member has been seriously injured, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400. I've heard from many of my clients that after they were involved in a collision, they would get phone calls asking them to hire an attorney. This is highly irregular and probably illegal. Any attorney that is trying to contact you either directly or through a marketing company is not the kind of attorney that you should trust with such a serious matter. Quite frankly, it's creepy. If you call me, we will speak directly. If you hire me, it will be after you and I have talked. I will explain what I can do for you, and you can decide what you would like me to do next. The phone call and the consultation are free. Getting a smart result requires that you make smart decisions along the way, and that's my job, to help you and your family make smart decisions, and that's based on more than 30 years of experience. If you've been injured in an accident, call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Want to burn fat and build muscle at the same time? M-Sculpt Neo at Dr. Connie Hires Plastic Surgery and Med Spa does just that. It's a non-invasive treatment that sculpts and tones with zero downtime. Call 210-494-8446 or findyourbeautiful.com. It is the Blitz here on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minnix. Tomorrow, the Blitz live out at the Rue Pub, 281 and Redland Road.
That's always a good time. Can't wait for that. And since we have a new thing to celebrate, Desperation Day, the Rue Pub sounds like the perfect place to kick off your desperation night.
So, from what I understand, and Pledge, help me out, is this something you just made up, or is this Kind of like the March 14th holiday. It's like it's out there. It's something you can Google it, and there's some stuff there.
Came from the great television series How I Met Your Mother. Barney Stinson always celebrated February 13th as Desperation Day. Women desperate looking for a date for Valentine's Day as a perfect way to score on the night before Valentine's Day.
And that explains why he's dressed up as Barney today.
Barney?
2 + 2. Yeah, from the. Did you ever watch How I Met Your Mother?
Nah, not really, no.
All right, Pledge watched that show. He could cite every episode in line.
You'd like that one, huh?
It's a sickness.
All right.
It is a sickness.
Wow. Okay.
All right, so Desperation Day. I don't know how you celebrate Desperation Day.
Well, hopefully you're celebrating because you're not desperate anymore. You start out the night desperate, and then by the end of the night, hopefully you're not desperate anymore. You found what you were looking for.
Yes.
That's how you celebrate Desperation Day. Or you're just depressed on Friday.
Oh, you're motivating. When do the ladies celebrate Galentine's?
I don't know. I've seen like 80 million Galentine's Days over the last week and a half.
So they celebrate that early just in case they end up with a Valentine's Day because Desperation Day works out pretty good.
No, it's just a good excuse for a bunch of ladies to get together and drink wine.
Yeah, well, I get it, but it's not on Valentine's Day because they know they're hoping not to be alone on Valentine's Day. See, I'm with you.
Well, if it's all married women.
Notice you never see Galentine's Day on Valentine's Day.
No.
It's because they're still holding out hope. They're just celebrating early.
Now, Maggie was invited to one. She couldn't make it for whatever reason, but all the women that were going were married women.
Okay, well, that's married women that just want a night out with the girls.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's just a G&O with a fancier name. But single ladies get together for Galentine's.
They do?
Yes.
All right.
Where it originated.
Well, what the hell are they doing? Why?
They're just hanging out and drinking.
That's it.
It's just like a guy's night out or a girl's night out. It is what it is. I was thinking about it because I saw something from Maddie Sky that she was doing a Galentine's thing. And said, well before Valentine's Day, just in case.
Right.
Just in case.
Of course.
I don't know if she'll be out on Desperation Day, but but she's kept her Valentine's open. Or not just Maddie, but I want to say every lady that has celebrated Galentine's Day in the last week. And it's just a reason to get the girls out.
Yeah, I don't blame them. I think it's a great idea. It really is. Because, hey, Galentine's is a reason to get together. Let's go.
It's a great idea, Jim.
We'll drink wine and eat bonbons.
Eloy is asking, can married men come out tomorrow night? I just want to show off. See, Eloy, here's the thing, brother. You do need to go out because there is hope for every lady out there celebrating Desperation Day, that there is hope. Because if you found somebody to get married, she's got an opportunity. I mean, it's hope. Bill Belichick is rich, but look at what Bill Belichick has been able to land at his age. And there's some stories out there today about how they met on a plane. Long flight from Boston to I guess Miami.
Were they drunk on a plane?
Do you drink on a plane?
Yeah.
All right, so it's possible.
Well, there's a country song to that effect.
Is
You
there?
never heard that? I'm getting drunk on a plane.
I heard Tipsy in a bar the other night in New Orleans, but
well, we're talking about planes.
Drunk on a plane?
Drunk on a plane. I'm getting.
We're talking
drunk
about
on a
the
plane.
passenger or the pilot?
Well, the passenger,
Okay,
because
good.
his girlfriend screwed him, or not
On the
literally,
plane?
Not literally.
Mile high?
It was not that. His girlfriend dumped him, and so they had this trip planned. The whole song goes into some tropical paradise.
Wait a minute.
And so he decided to go by himself. To hell with her.
Is it Kenny Chesney?
No, it's not Kenny Chesney.
Well, who sings it?
I don't know who sings it.
Well,
I have no
great
idea.
job, Joe.
Well, I mean, I'm saying it's a song.
Look, a country song has to have 3 ingredients. You got to be drunk. There's got to be a breakup, and generally there's a truck, not a plane.
Well, this is a plane.
Well,
We're in modern
again,
country music.
A new idea.
Well,
Dirk Bentley.
There you go. Maybe he rented a truck when he got to the island. He didn't mention it, but maybe he did.
Well, if you're drunk, get an Uber.
Well, what do you care if you're in a tropical paradise? You probably do have a ride.
Yeah, they pick you up at the airport.
Of course.
They don't want you driving in their country.
Dude, no. But it's a song. I'm just saying, there is a song. I'm just trying to educate you on a little country music.
Ramiro and Ram, different people, say Dierks Bentley.
That's what Pledge said.
Well, that's because you saw it on the screen. I thought you were pulling up some Dierks Bentley. Are we going to hear the song?
Now, see, if Ram is a country music guy, I mean, you can't have a name like Ram and not like country music.
Well, he could be Ramiro because it's Ramiro Sosa the second. Maybe that's Ramiro Sosa the third or the first.
Could be.
And he goes by Ram because you got a Ramiro there. See, Gilbert, he just says Dierks Bentley.
Yeah, well, you're late to the party, Gilbert.
So he's going to New Orleans, not a tropical island.
No. He said it's Mardi Gras up in the sky. He's not going to Mardi Gras. He's going to an island where he's supposed to take his girlfriend until she dumped him. That's why he's getting drunk on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention, Minnix.
That was great.
Yes.
Dierks Bentley.
Can we hear a little Shabuzi getting tipsy? I don't think you can unless it's yeah, there's a couple of words in there on the original thing you can't play on the radio.
Or what was the original thing? Like what we heard the other night.
But don't they all these artists, for no matter what genre, have two versions, right? You got a clean version and one that you can listen to in the car.
Gilbert says that song makes girls happy.
All right.
Dierks Bentley's. I actually know who Dierks Bentley is.
How about that?
I don't know that I've seen Dierks Bentley.
What do you mean seen him?
I have seen him, yeah. Pledge is telling me I have. Now, I've seen Dierks Bentley get on stage with Cody Canada, but I don't know that I've seen an entire Dierks Bentley set.
Cody opened for Dierks for a while, so you did happen to see him once.
Cody has had a whole lot of shows that I've never seen. You realize that, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I will tell you this.
Seen, not remembered. Two different things. I said you'd seen him.
Has Dierks played at Green Hall?
It was Whitewater.
Oh. Was that show? Well, you were there, right? All right, yeah, I've seen Dierks Bentley.
Alcohol bad, huh? Yeah.
That was just not overly memorable. It was country. I was there because Joanna wanted to go.
Well, of course.
Absolutely.
Joanna appreciates good music.
Now, speaking of Cody Canada, who, by the way, has a son named Dierks after Dierks Bentley.
Well, how about that?
And the Canada boys in a band called Waves in April. But Cody Canada is playing Stable Hall next Saturday night.
At the Pearl.
At Stable Hall at the Pearl, yes. And we'll have tickets to give away next week, and we're coordinating getting Cody in studio next Tuesday or Wednesday.
I think that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. They're in Stillwater right now. They're texting with them. He's
Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Well, they're getting ready for the big cross-Canadian ragweed get-together.
All right.
And then they announced they're going to do a big show in Waco at McLean Stadium where the Baylor Bears play in August.
All right.
Yeah.
That's great.
This whole cross-Canadian ragweed getting back together is way bigger than any of those guys thought it was going to be.
We'll get you into country music.
Dude, that's Texas country, and I'm into that.
All right.
Yeah,
So you like Randy Rogers?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Dude, I've known Randy Rogers forever.
All right.
Remember when Randy used to beg to come on my show, and he'd play the front room at Green Hall.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Good guy. Good guy.
Very good guy. See, that's Texas country.
Sure.
That I'm down with. Pat
right.
Green, down with. Jack Ingram, down with. Kevin Fowler, down with.
Well, good.
Wade Bowen, down with.
Yeah, absolutely. Stoney LaRue, definitely. Mike McClure.
Stoney LaRue.
Ever heard of him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Don't know what he sings, but I've heard of him.
Of course you don't.
I mean, I don't remember songs.
Well,
you
sure.
guys remember songs. I don't remember songs. I was lucky to remember Drunk on a Plane.
Well, you sort of remembered Drunk on a Plane.
Good
Sorta.
enough. Good enough.
Sorta.
Uh-huh.
Spurs play tonight.
Yeah, in Boston. Rodeo road trip finale. No. All-Star break finale. They still got some rodeo road trip left, don't they? The hell's going on at the rodeo? It's been pretty quiet, hasn't it?
I don't know. Has it?
I guess. I guess because I went a couple of times last year and haven't been this year at all. And really, nobody I want to see. I enjoy the rodeo, though, but you kind of want to see what's happening.
You miss getting the highlights of the kids riding sheep and the bull riders that you could put in your sportscast?
I do. Yeah, I do. That was always fun.
I imagine we can call down to somebody and get somebody to call in with a twangy voice and give us a rodeo update.
You think so?
Only if it's sponsored.
That's exactly right.
Dude, I mean, we were out of town in New Orleans all last week.
That's true.
But I haven't even seen a lot of people posting that they're at the rodeo. Pledge, you have?
A ton of people posting.
All right. Well, not my.
Maddie Sky's been posting a lot
Who?
at the rodeo. Maddie Sky.
Oh.
Well, and Katie Goodman, I saw she went. Yeah, I did see that.
So that's what Pledge saw.
Yeah,
it was Katie Goodman.
Well,
he's got an alert anytime she posts. He gets a notification.
I don't blame
Bing.
him. I don't blame him.
Bing.
It's hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Wow. Katie's a nice girl.
You can send her this segment. Maybe that will help you for Valentine's. Juan Garcia says he's on his way to see John Pardee tonight.
John Pardee.
Party?
Party. Not Pardee.
It's not Pardee?
You're thinking of Jack.
So this dude's not. Yeah, you're right. I was. Coach Pardee?
John Pardee.
Well, Jack's son is on Wade Phillips' staff with the San Antonio Brahmas.
Well, how about that?
Wide receiver coach.
Well, that's good.
Good dude.
Yeah.
Have fun going to see John Pardee. What?
Party. Like a party. I'm having a party. Yeah. Look, they got a split screen there of Wimby and De'Aaron.
You know, the chemistry between those two guys getting together. What'd you do,
What
Pledge?
happened, Pledge?
Seeking first playoff appearance since 2019. That was disheartening.
Wow.
That's what they're doing. It's what they're doing.
They're going to get there?
I hope so.
Well, not as long as they keep this same starting lineup that I'm looking at right here. First guy is Chris Paul, De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, and one Victor Wembanyama.
Well, I'm glad Vic is in the starting lineup.
Well, I'm glad he hadn't pulled him out. I don't know, maybe Julian Champagnie should start for Wemby.
Wembanyama!
Let's
no,
do that.
that's your starter. Ask Kevin.
Wembanyama!
Spurs are 8.5-point dog.
They
last
are.
I saw.
They are. Tonight's game on ESPN starts at 6, and then at 8:30 you get the Mavs game, where there's apparently this campaign to get the entire arena in Dallas chanting "Fire Nico" at every timeout. That's worth tuning in for.
Can't throw them all out, so that's good. Do that. I think it'd be interesting. And if ESPN has any stones at all, they'll show some of that.
Absolutely. That's going to be a lot of fun. The Morning Huddle tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. We're live tomorrow at the Rue Pub, 281 and Redland Road. Extra innings with Pledge coming up next here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. If it's been a while, especially if you're a single guy, Pledge, and you haven't been focused on yourself, or maybe you realize dad bod isn't where it's at, you need to get back in the game. You need to do like what Reinagel and me have been doing over at Dr. Connie Heyer's Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, and it's called M-Sculpt Neo. Non-invasive, muscle-building, fat-burning procedure with no downtime, and it works.
Got to get that beach bod ready.
There you go.
It's time to start working on that so you can impress the ladies at the beach or the pool. That's for sure. But look, they do a lot of things over there at Dr. Heyer's place. Whatever you can think of. We gave away Botox today. We gave away a facial yesterday. So there's all kinds of stuff that they can do over there, and it's just an amazing place. And they talk to you. They let you know what they're doing and how it's going to help you, and I love that. So check them out. at findmybeauty.com.
Or findyourbeautiful.com.
Findyourbeautiful.com.
Go to
findyourbeautiful.com. That's the one.
210-494-8446. Let them know the Blitz guys sent you there.
Please.
Findyourbeautiful.com.
This is 94.1 San Antonio.